Oh, hello, Moon. But I vessel today. Oh, meeting today. Uh. To apartment. You look at video. Look through. Cause why not? Not better than fucking about. Hey, I'm artist VTuber. This and case. Oh, make you donate. So have a PayPal. Absent donate to. After all, we may have small hats, but we're not greedy like like the other small. Move. You're like my. Sorry, guys. Sorry, folks. But Life, why Goofy? Get this right. Obviously, USA. Ugh. Okay, I know just begun to build a building paper mache. Oof. Yeah, tech, but taste in it and leave texture, taste, beauty. Give the middle to the to people like I'll do the no. They just want. No, that's not a word, but it should be. God damn. Take a look at this other building here. This. Oh, it's got earthquake. Buildings can.
Hi everyone, it's Enes here, and welcome to another
Hi, Anna.
episode. This week we're in New York City and about to tour this stunning 79th floor residence located at the iconic 432 Park.
I like to call this the paper mistake. Got the color. Should have went with black and like or another.
Park Avenue building. Designed by the world-renowned artist and architect Hiroshi Sugimoto, this full-floor residence has exquisite finishes paired with Japanese aesthetics and gets phenomenal views of Central.
Uh. Okay, so far we've seen a tree, wood, white color. Looks to be IKEA furniture. Riveting.
Park and the whole city. This residence is currently being marketed as an off-market listing for $135 million.
Really, really, over 130 million. Like an empty college dorm. or renovated office, art store. It. I mean, just give me an. I could replicate the same $1,000 thing. Why do rich people always live in the most ugliest houses with the ugliest art? Horrifying. Kind of look, ugly art. Just search up John Podesta's brother art collection. Totally not pedophilia. Look, Hog of New York.
I want to thank the listing agents, Noel Burke and Elizabeth Mercedes Burke, for giving us the honor to tour this phenomenal residence and share our experience with all of you.
I don't like to take the list. I had that kind of just moved and
Of you. And now, let's begin our
so but of our guest, I had to count how many times this Japanese video.
tour.
That's pretty cool. Ooh, Matt like.
Here we are at the private landing for this unit. We have 2 elevators coming up to this side, dark plaster walls mixed with charcoal, giving it that nice contrast. And right behind me, we have
Oh, geez. Okay, so building have any case of a case if yes, the dusty gray, the flick, fully soft. To Japan, I mean, Buddhism.
We have a contemporary digital art setting the mood for the Japanese aesthetics that we're going to see in a bit. Now, a little bit
On Japanese. Jeez.
of information about this.
Don't you just put the flag of the rising sun? Better yet, the Japanese imperial flag. Be funny if try to rent this apartment.
Unit. We got 5 bedrooms, 5 full baths, 2 half baths, and 8,055 square feet of interior space. And as always, you can find more information about the property and the property link down in the description of.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, New York City, 5 bedroom, 5 bathroom. Not rich, you'll probably have to sell your organs. At high base. Pretty sure if you move out to the American suburb, you can like buy a house with the same amount of bedroom. Jeez. That's how much of a dip New York. Oh boy.
Of this video. Now, the private landing brings us right here where we have the entry foyer. On my right-hand side, we have the first hallway taking us to a very unique room that we're gonna see in a bit. Now, the first thing I wanna talk about in this space are these floors. What I'm standing on right now are these old paving stones brought from Kyoto, Japan, and I love the installation here with these big grout lines.
Paris. Got rock Japan. Appeal to weeaboos.
And the gravel in between, and it leads us to this walkway with a 400-year-old cedar platform that takes us to that unique room that we're gonna see in a bit.
Oh boy. Did anyone realize how much dust they collected under there? Rich people don't. It's gonna.
Right on top, you have cedar ceiling design that was hand sliced in a cedar frame, which is super unique. Plaster walls, and the other side.
Oh boy. That cedar walk, especially with these. There is like, okay, they took the offices, tear down the, added some Japanese. Testing. Oof.
Side of this hallway takes us to a coat closet, which then leads us to the salon. This is without a doubt one of the most impressive spaces within this unit. It's all open, gets a ton of natural light. We got beautiful cedar floors throughout. And of course, you see the phenomenal views throughout the room that we're gonna talk about in a bit. The first thing I wanna cover is this planter design right in the center, built out of cedar bark. And right on each side, we have bonsai trees.
Okay, so apparently this Japanese artist, okay, first thing in a Japanese put bonsai okay, why not put some chopsticks? Well, right, I want this room to look more Japanese. Let me live in it. Bring in my figurine collection, anime posters on video game, the JRPG, most of them. And I even bring a collection. Paradise. Damn it.
About in a bit. The first thing I want to cover is this planter design right in the center, built out of cedar bark. And right on each side, we have bonsai trees that are over 60 years old, which is amazing, giving this space a life and kind of grounding energy. Right in the center, we have this komatsu stone placed in this planter with river rocks around it. And we're going to see the stone detail in another room later in the video as well. Right next to the planter, we have the dining area. Beautiful 400-year-old cedar table with a zinc leg that runs the entire length of this table design.
Wait, did he just 400-year-old table? Ugly, ugly art. Alright, everything. Oof.
Sits 12 people, and I love the curvature that it has. In fact, they carried out the same curvature detail to these chairs, which looks phenomenal. All the furniture in this unit was custom designed for this space, and it comes with the sale of this home as well, so I wanted to mention that. Now, going this way, we have plaster walls throughout, and right in front of me, we have the amazing views of the city. This room gets south and west facing views, and from this angle,
oh yeah, with this amazing view, you can ignore waiting out in the streets.
We get insane views of the city, Empire State Building, Chrysler.
Look at all that smog. Really healthy to breathe in. But ugh. And now eyes will be assaulted by another ugly building. Because architecture doesn't mean sit now. I mean, look at this building. 2, 3 jagged edges. Tower at the top. Have this circular. I just really like Gothic art. I don't know about you, but I had to look at my view. It's depressing. Now, study shows that people in the cities tend to be depressed. I compare to the Empire State right now. Empire looks orderly and ordered. The Chrysler building too. Oh, and obviously the World Trade Center. But group. Okay.
Building all the way to downtown Manhattan, where we can see the One World Trade Center, which is phenomenal. We are on 79th floors. Honestly, it doesn't get much better.
All right. I don't mean to pause too much. Take a look at the right one. This ugly, jagged building. Matter of fact, hold on. You know? So take a look right here. This ugly, jagged building. Probably for a architect. Do everything. Create whatever ugly building. They're an uprising. Gothic architect. Victorian. Yeah, I may be talking out. At least I know. Really. At least I can tell what a beautiful. Tell me if there's any building that's beautiful as Versailles or as beautiful as Sistine Chapel. No. Furthermore, all modern cities all across the world, they don't look the same. I showed you a picture of a modern building from Tokyo or from New York City. Anyone tell the difference?
Now, on the west side, we can see the Billionaires Row and iconic buildings like 111 West 57, Central.
I like to call this the if an earthquake came to New York City, it would topple off like a Jenga building. Yeah, topple down. Like the World
Park Tower, Hudson River. Again, views are phenomenal. Now, this space flowed to this side where we have this bar section, dual elevation, brass base, complemented with the cabinetry on this side. Beautiful Korean countertops, and they use the same material to collab the drawer fronts as well as the side of the cabinetry here. Same brass base actually continues, and you can see it as a shallow backsplash here where they have the outlets. We have a small fridge here, your sink design, overall a great bar setup that complements the salon. Now, before we leave this room, there's actually one more detail I want to talk about, which are these cedar shutters. Now, we're going to see these shutters throughout the unit, and they are built out of cedar with this really thin frame. And to reinforce the frame and make sure it stays rigid, they actually have acrylic back panels. That way, these shutters stays rigid and it diffuses the light that comes into the unit.
That's pretty
Also,
cool.
the way these shutters work are pretty straightforward. You can either have them halfway up where you see the city views, you can have them halfway down where you see the sky, or you can have one panel up, one panel down. That way you can fully block out the sun that comes into this unit. Now, before leaving here, there's actually one more detail I want to mention. I love how these
Oh. Park, you can. No, for real, guys. There are so many rape cases in Central Park, even after the 1990s. Yeah, come to Central Park, you get a taste of the jungle.
that comes into this unit. Now, before leaving here, there's actually one more detail I want to mention. I love how these shutter details tucks behind the edges of this window opening. That way, you don't have any sun or light seeping through the edges.
Right, that's pretty
Now,
cool.
following here, we have an additional seating area within this salon, all open. Again, nice, comfortable seating section. I love this.
If I was designing the bigger dining, yes, have better chairs that aren't crooked. Someone who has back problems, sitting in it like that. Testing, testing. Oof. On.
Circular light design that they have it seamlessly recessed in to the ceiling, and right next to that they actually have an art piece here that kind of resembles what they have created here, which is super cool. Overall, salon is
Art is boring.
a great place, and
Not a big fan of temper. Gotta put some effort in for architect. Jeez.
this opening right here with this custom pocket door opens up to the tea room. Now,
All
this
right.
room
Oh,
is very
cool,
unique.
tea
It's
room.
something we've never seen before. The lead designer
Okay, this tea room is pretty cool.
and the architect of this residence, Hiroshi Sugimoto, was initially hired to design the tea room alone. But then later, once the owners saw his
With the marshmallow pillows.
design, they fell in love with it and they ended up hiring him to do the entire apartment. That's why we're going to see the same wood textures, stone details, and the Japanese aesthetics throughout this unit.
One of
Now,
the
this room
rocks.
has this elevated section here with tatami mats. Right in the center, we have an electric boiler since it's a tea room. And on the right-hand side, we have this art niche with clay walls. But more
Nice.
importantly, you have this beautiful 10 by 10 opening facing the west views. And I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but you can actually
No, I get the view of your nice tea room. Ugh. Any rich people are worth it to this Japanese penthouse apartment. It's like that song. Be here with copyright.
look down on Central Park, see Hudson River.
Oh, and this in park you can see people getting mugged up. I mean, come on. Black people, you can just hide toilet. And I don't know which race can
Again, every part of this apartment gets phenomenal views. Also, I gotta mention these stone textures that Hiroshi puts throughout the units. We have one right here, a rock sitting in a concrete that.
But try imagining up your toe on one of the rocks. Yikes. Double yikes. Ugh. Hope I'm loud enough.
Has been acid washed with a seamless transition, and every time we see these transitions, you can actually see the beautiful precision brass inlay. We're going to see that throughout the pocket doors and other parts of the unit as well. Now, this is the hallway that I mentioned earlier, connecting you from the entry to the tea room. We have another sliding pocket door here, opening up to the primary.
Wait a minute.
Also, I gotta mention these stone textures that Hiroshi puts throughout the units. We have one right here, a rock sitting in a concrete that has been acid washed with a seamless transition. And every time we see these transitions, you can actually see the beautiful precision brass inlay. We're gonna see that throughout the pocket doors and other parts of the unit as well. Now, this is the hallway that I mentioned earlier, connecting you from the entry to.
Hold on, wait a minute. Something right here. Okay, so like I said earlier, this random platform, about all the dust that I'll collect under here. Imagine all the dust bunnies, but I bet rich people don't care. They're just gonna hire Consuela and You know I'm right. You know that's why they're bringing legals here. That.
To the tea room, we have another sliding pocket door here, opening up to the primary bedroom hallway that we're gonna see later in the video. Now I wanna take everybody back to the salon. Again, this space is all open, gets a ton of natural light.
Those sliding doors never. That would suck.
Amazing views. And I want to mention something. Some of you may be wondering, why am I not wearing shoes? Now, in Japanese culture, you don't wear shoes inside, and we kind of wanted to follow the theme of this apartment and take our shoes, wear these slippers, which are really comfortable, and do the tour this way. Now,
arigato gozaimasu. There. Was that Japanese enough for you? Ugh.
Let's show this mic key. We have a hallway here connecting to 2 powder rooms and the other wing of the apartment, which we're gonna see in a bit. And I wanna take everybody to the end of this room because we have another sliding pocket door here opening up to the kitchen. Beautiful chestnut flooring throughout. We have the island right in the center.
All right. I gotta admit, I'm a huge sucker for. I would love to have a marble counter. I love those retro stoves too. And an air vent too. The cabinets made out of marble, that's cool. This, the collection. Oof. Jeez.
Behind me, we have the espresso maker, small wine fridge, and following the base cabinets here, we have the first sink and the dishwasher on this side. Now, I like the contrast here with the lighter tones on the base cabinet.
I don't know how to use a dishwasher. It comes
and these hand-hammered aluminum panels on the uppers, and we're going to see more on the pantry side in a bit. And I want to bring everybody's attention to the islands for a second. Number one, we have these recessed in plugs and outlets throughout the unit, which is a very exquisite and seamless detail that I wanted to mention. Front and the side of these base cabinets are clad with the same corian that we saw at the bar design. This is where we have the second sink, second Miele dishwasher, and of course, from here, we get the south exposure, amazing views. Literally, the whole city is right in front
nice
of
view
you.
of all the smog.
Now, right behind me, we have this Molteni custom range and oven design. This piece looks stunning, and it complements this kitchen so well. I love the knobs and the stainless steel finish throughout. And since this piece is so big, they actually had to assemble it in the unit here. They couldn't bring it as a one piece, which is kind of crazy to think, but again, looking at the size, I can see why. We have the griddle in the center, your cooktops on each side, and right above it, we have this hand-hammered commercial vent design, again, going with the color palette of this kitchen. Now, I just realized I forgot to mention, this is a honed granite countertops. They have it also here with crystallized glass backsplash.
I thought that was marble, not granite. I was gypped. And I gotta study what marble looks like. Matter of fact, if you force you to, wow, the wondering why my PS3 died. That was have any drinks out there? PS3 had it since 2009. Dead. There we go. Oof. Oof.
On this side for easier cleaning, and following this kitchen, it leads us to the other side.
To be fair, they do look easy. Doesn't look like dust. No, look how all those stoves are. Damn, is a bit big.
Where we have more of these hand-hammered aluminum panels, 2 built-in ovens, warming drawer on the bottom.
Oh, well, 2. Could have at least made it a bit bigger. Fine.
This is your freezer, fridge, and we have another fridge on this side. And I got a
Cool. Large freezer and 2 fridges. Yeah, you can tell this was built for a or should I say fat Americans?
mention this detail. Right on top, you can actually see the cabinetry curving, which gives it a nice industrial and modern aesthetics. So I had to mention that. Right behind me, we have the pantry spaces here, again, clad with the same aluminum panels.
Oh, nice.
Over here, we have an informal dining area with a beautiful table because
The table is pretty simple. Yeah, to have that in the kind of like the possible to have a cabinet man. Guess not. I also like that large window too.
because it sits right in front of this amazing 10 by 10 opening where you see the south exposure views. Again, views from this apartment is phenomenal. I feel like we're gonna keep talking about the views throughout the unit. Now, let's get a close up here because I wanna mention this detail. Every room in New York City has to have a fresh air supply.
Oh,
And they
cool.
tucked it nicely below here. So I wanted to point that out. And over there, we have a suspended bar seating where you can appreciate the views and just enjoy your meal here. Great kitchen. Now, I want to get out of the kitchen and continue our tour. And while I do that, I want to mention something that's very important about this unit. Throughout this unit, we have shikui plaster walls. Now, shikui is a traditional Japanese plaster with lime and a lot of natural aggregates, which is why it's actually good for indoor air quality for the unit or anywhere that's been applied. It actually sucks the VOC and CO2 gases from the air, so it's good for your health. It looks phenomenal. In fact, they brought 5 artisans from Japan to install the plaster throughout this unit, which is just astonishing
Really?
to think about. Now, we're in the secondary hallway here with beautiful handmade ceramic tiles. And following this hallway, we actually have 2 powder rooms that I want to cover. The same hallway leads us to the salon that we toured earlier, and this sliding pocket doors opens up to the first powder room. We have a Hinoki Cypress vanity design here that looks stunning. It has a recessed and sink design with a stainless steel bottom, wall fixtures, Tawada tough stone that we're gonna see in other bathrooms in this unit in a bit. Overall, great powder room. I gotta mention, I mean, this vanity setup looks stunning.
Solid
it's really nice.
bathroom.
I love this little wood slats they have covering the
Oh,
drain.
that's cool.
The precision millwork in this apartment is stunning.
Looking at those little wooden, kind of reminds me of a hot spring. Never been. Oh, anime. You know. Jeez. Ugh. I don't like the way it twitch. Ugh.
It really is. Now I want to bring everybody back. This is where we have the second powder room, pretty much the same finishes. And going back, we have the family room on our right-hand side, but I got to talk about this statement piece here. We have this large stone placed.
Why is this theory? Place I could put a nice. Yeah, books out. Build it with manga.
on the ground, handpicked by Hiroshi himself, and is surrounded with this gravel concrete mix that has been acid washed. And if you follow this acid washed concrete, it also serves as a reveal details on these hallways. I mean, these are details that I've never seen in my life before. Hiroshi did a phenomenal job, and we want to make sure we cover every bit of them, or we're at least going to try. Now, right behind me, we have this sliding pocket door opening us to the
That does a good job.
warm suiting tones, light color palette throughout. We have the seating section on this side that looks really comfortable. And on the other side, we have the TV mounted on the wall with built-ins. And talking about built-ins, we have more on the other side of this room. I love these horizontal shelves broken by these vertical steel panels that gives this shelving design a nice industrial look. We have LED lighting down below, and focusing on top, we have this beautiful ceiling light detail with the curved ceilings, again, warming up the space. Now, since we are at the south and east corner, again, views are phenomenal. Sorry for mentioning them all the time, but I gotta talk about them. When I'm facing south, you can see both Hudson River and East River and whole city. And over here,
Nothing says good view than seeing the city's prettiest river and ugly buildings by mega corporations. Ugh.
Since we're facing the east corner, again, East River is down below us. This is phenomenal. This is your family room where you sit down and hang out. Now, there's one more detail I want to mention here. I got to talk about this carpet design that resembles Zen Garden, because Hiroshi, the architect of this unit, calls this apartment floating inner garden.
I'm half tempted to do this sound. Oh.
The reason he calls that is because of the textures and wood tones and the way he designed the entire unit. And if you look closely to the details, you can actually see these reveals throughout, acoustic plaster on the ceiling. And over the last 12 months, we've been in a couple apartments here in New York City, and I gotta say, without a doubt, this is one of the most tranquil, grounding, quiet apartments we've ever toured on this channel. We are at 79th floor right now, and it is super quiet up here, so peaceful. It doesn't even feel like you're in the heart of Manhattan. Now we're back at the hallway. This door opens up to the laundry room, and continuing our tour, we have this slide.
Jeez, I mean, you're paying millions for this apartment, and the washing machines you get look like the ones you see in a laundromat shop. Come on, like why can't these luxurious penthouses have larger washing machine tires? Just saying, you know.
Sliding glass door. By the way, let's take a quick look.
Same goes for the stoves.
I love the acrylic panel right in the center and the brass trim detail that we see throughout, that precision cut. And this door opens up to the first bedroom for this apartment. We got beautiful natural light coming in,
Oh boy.
chestnut hardwood floors, another window opening.
I don't mind hardwood. This bedroom just looks so like, especially with the desk piece. Artist, larger desk. I like this little cupboard off to the side too. I like this large window too.
That is facing the east. Bed setup here. Even the bed frames are built out custom for the space. I love the LED lighting right behind it. It has some open shelving on each side where you actually have outlets. They're nicely tucked into the cabinetry. We have a desk set up here with acrylic leg. And Mike, you're going to show this detail. We have this built-in wall here. By the way, I love the millwork and the precision. And if you look closely right to this detail, they have the outlets nicely tucked into the wood paneling. Beautiful. Now,
Pretty
this
cool.
sliding door opens up to a Jack and Jill bathroom because this room shares a bathroom with the room next door, but the bathroom itself is super spacious. We have dual vanities.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. When it comes to the sliding doors, do they come with locks? Just wondering. If anyone breaks into this apartment, stuff is screwed. Stuff is screwed. Jeez. Oh, my microphone's picking up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, guys. Not much of a problem, but you speak more louder in the microwave. I mean, microphone. Damn it. I want the sound to cut off when I'm speaking. Jeez.
Set up that are floating. Right on top, we have the floating mirror design, and I love how they left the section kind of.
Okay, the bathroom looks alright, but your curtain for this window, I don't care how high up it is. People at me in the bathroom, the pervs, rich people exhibitionists. Jeez.
Recessed in with LED lighting that draws your attention towards the vanity. Towada tough stone throughout, and they carried out the stone on the walls all the way into the walk-in shower. Let's take a quick look. Very
Nice
spacious.
shower.
We have the chrome fixtures here. Good sized walk-in shower.
Oh, bathroom made out of marble. Kick ass. That would be kick ass. Jeez. Oh, and earlier, giant stone. So, giant stones displayed. I think it would be nice for big bookshelf. Manga. Fill it up with manga. Please. Oh boy.
Right next door, we have the water closet. And I want to bring everybody's attention back to this section. Another beautiful 10 by 10 opening here with a freestanding tub filler. It's hard to not talk about the.
How can a bathtub look wide yet narrow? How can a bathtub look so wide yet narrow at the same time? Different from some angles, it looks.
Views in this apartment because every room we go into, this is what you're looking at. I feel like you would never need a TV in this apartment, in this residence, because You just look at the city and enjoy the views. Now, that's it for the bathroom, and I want to take everybody through this opening because this is where we have the second bedroom. Pretty much the same size and same finishes. You have your built-in desk setup here,
Okay,
and right across from that you have your built-in bed setup with LED lighting, open shelving on each side, more built-ins here, another window looking at the east views. Now,
pretty cool.
we have the walk-in closets on each side, and coming back to the hallway, we got one more room to see here. And it starts right here. As soon as you walk in, we have some open shelving here. This is the most spacious out of all the guest bedrooms. We have the bed set up on this side, again, light and bright, built-in desk, and this one is facing north and east views. And you have your money shot right here, which is Central Park. I mean, you can literally see the entire park, lakes with.
Yeah, from this angle, you can see the park, all the carjackings that occur here too. Let me tell you, behind the glitz and glam, New York City's pretty dangerous. For any outsiders watching, coming here to see Broadway and maybe go to Coney Island, not really worth it. Unless you know how to defend yourselves.
And Upper West Side, Upper East Side, you have the Park Avenue right in front of you. These views are breathtaking. These rooms are very spacious. And again, the whole apartment has such a warm and inviting feel to it.
Well, I'm going to take this room.
Now, I want to take everybody back to the small hallway to check out the bathroom for this room. Toyota tough stone, again throughout. Freestanding tub filler. You have a walk-in shower here. Water closet is right behind me and facing the view.
Seriously? Rich penthouse city. The bathrooms have these large open windows, curtains. These. Do rich people have a sense of privacy? Fine. Matter of fact, at how videos of men large windows. Exhibition it. Full exhibition it. Fine. Sense of privacy. I don't care how high we are. We'll be watching. Already being watched by the NSA, you know. Oh boy. God damn it.
Behind me and
Boys.
facing the views. This is phenomenal. These bathrooms are so understated. And focusing here, we have the vanity here with some floating shelving, LED lighting. Great bathroom. Now, I want to take everybody back. We got one more room to see.
Okay, what is it?
And coming back to the hallway, this is where we have the fourth bedroom. Very spacious, currently used as a music studio. Has a walk-in closet, and around the corner,
Oh, cool.
we have a full bathroom for this room. And going back to the hallway,
Very nice.
Mikey, stay right there. I gotta show this detail. We have this sleek door design sealing off the hallway for the primary bedroom. And continuing our tour, we have the primary bedroom right at the end of this hallway. But first, I want to take everybody to the bathrooms. This bedroom comes with a 2-bathroom, and the first one starts right here. It goes straight into the walk-in closet or the dressing room. But first, I want to cover the bathroom. It starts right here. We have this sliding glass doors that pockets into the walls with beautiful brass hardware. And it's on that track system. Once you pull one side or close one side, the other side kind of closes.
Once again. Once again. Why are the bathrooms so see-through? I mean, see-through glass door. A large visible window. Like, fine. But the wooden textures remind me of a hot spring. So, I'll give you kudos for that.
Opens as well. It's all clad with brass on the inside, and it takes you straight into the bathroom. super spacious. Same Towada tough stone that we've been seeing throughout. They also used it extensively in this bathroom. We have cypress wood paneling throughout on the walls, as well as the ceiling here with this lattice work. It is dropped down a little bit with subtle LED lighting, which makes the room feel a little bit more warm and inviting. Focusing on this side, we have the cypress vanity design here that I think looks stunning. We have the deep sink here, and you can actually see the stainless steel sink inside with the screen detail, so it looks very minimalist, clean, and elegant. And beautiful Dornbach fixtures throughout. Your mirror design here with LED lighting, and focusing back, we got this open, amazing walk-in shower here. The stone that we saw at the salon.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Sink here, and you can actually see the stainless steel sink inside with the screen detail, so it looks very minimalist, clean, and elegant. And beautiful Dornbach fixtures throughout. Your mirror design here with LED lighting, and focusing back, we got this open, amazing wall.
Seriously, seriously, look at the rocks. Why? Again, a giant open window. On my privacy. I never move to a place like this. Unless I cover up the windows with our curtain.
Walk-in shower here. The stone that we saw at the salon in the plant.
Wait a minute. He just said a walk-in shower. That's kind of cool. Oh well.
The Komatsu stone. We have it also here as well as kind of like a back feature, which looks stunning, gives it a nice texture to this walk-in shower. And right above me, we have this massive rain head surrounded by this steel paneling, which channels the rain head, and I'm sure makes showering experience here phenomenal. Now, last thing, with this window opening, we have a nice brass panel right on top, tying in the brass details, and of course, look at these views. I mean, the fact that this is where you take your shower and these are the views.
Well, why does the bathroom large panel? Come on. Apartment business. Yuck. Care how high we are. Privacy, damn it.
Views that you'll look at. I don't know if there are many units or apartments in New York City that you can say or you can have an experience like this one where Central Park and Upper East Side is your backdrop. This is phenomenal. Now, let's go back to the hallway for the bathrooms. Check out the second one. And this one also starts with the dressing room, just like the other side. Everything is beautifully paneled in. We have a lot of these brass.
Wait, what's this safe for? Curious. Did that come with the place? I wonder what's inside.
Leg and hanger details, as well as the tracks on the back. We have subtle LED lighting also with this curved design, so it kind of softens up the lighting a little bit more. We have the safe here, mirror design behind me. Overall, very exquisitely done walk-in closets or the dressing rooms. Now, I want to take everybody to the bathroom. We have another vanity design here, wood tones, deep sink, just like the other side. We have the mirror right above. And focusing on this side, same old paving stones that we saw at the entry, they brought it also here with these big grout lines, making it feel like you're at a garden. You're in somewhere in Japan. I love the texture here, how this section is a little bit more raised than the rest of the floors in the bathroom. And over here we have this beautiful wooden soaking tub that looks stunning, looks so earthy and just kind of very grounding, and facing the same views. Phenomenal bathroom. Right behind me, we have a walk-in shower for this bathroom, rain head above, chrome fixtures, and over here we have the water closet and some open shelving.
Oh, is that an automated toilet? That was cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. around here.
Soaking tub that looks stunning, looks so earthy and just kind of very grounding, and facing the same views. Phenomenal bathroom. Right behind me, we have a walk-in shower for this bathroom, rain head above, chrome fixtures, and over here we have the water closet and some open shelving. Now, Mikey, before we leave, I gotta show this detail. Look how beautifully recessed in these outlets are to the stone. I just feel like I keep seeing more details throughout the apartment. Now, I want to take everybody back to the primary bedroom hallway, continue our tour. Of course, we have plaster walls throughout. This is the pocket door I was mentioning earlier that opens up straight to the tea room, and this pocket door opens up to the primary bedroom suite. Now, this room
This is the primary bedroom?
You get north and west facing views. The whole city is down below you. I mean, this is incredible. This is your primary bedroom suite. And looking on this side, we have the west facing views, Billionaires Row right in front of you. You have,
And now you can see all three ugly buildings right together. Wonder what would happen if another plane another plane crashed into these buildings. Buildings were detonated. I like watching buildings from right in this apartment. What do I want to be like watching those buildings right from this apartment?
all these tall skyscrapers in front, Hudson River, and on this side, of course, we have the iconic Central Park view, Upper East Side. It's phenomenal. Now, I want to talk about a couple details in this room. We have the built-in bed setup here, king-size bed, beautiful wood tones, and I love the flooring in this primary bedroom. So this is chestnut flooring with this hand-scooped texture, which looks kind of interesting, but when you walk on it,
previous bedrooms look better than the primary. Furthermore, just call it master bedroom. I don't know what the controversy is. It.
barefoot, it's almost like massaging your feet because you have all these textures, which is super cool. And I know we talked about this, but we haven't showed it yet. I want to cover these shades. So I'm going to hit both panels now. We currently have two of these shades coming down, so you can actually now block off the city view, but yet you can keep the sky all open or natural light coming into your bedroom. By the way, behind these shades, we also have an automatic curtain, so you can fully black out the room if needed.
All right,
but
cool.
I wanted to show to everyone how it looks once you have these shades down. Now let's put them back up and continue our tour. This primary bedroom gets 3 window openings. Again, 10 by 10. The whole city is below you. We have more built-ins on this side with a desk setup, acrylic legs, brass open shelving, and the last part of this primary bedroom.
Jeez. You're here in so boring. Plain. I mean, come on, rich people. Got the money, why not buy something fancier? At least that I would do that.
There's this amazing seating area where you sit down and you look at these phenomenal views of Central Park.
Whoa. Okay, so building. Yeah. I made a joke about it look like paper mache and whatnot. Let's make it like I don't see any rooms. Like, what is it? Like an indoor garage or something? Whatever. New York City sucks. Apartment was okay, I guess, but if I was rich, might as well house somewhere in the suburbs.
432 Park Avenue is an engineering marvel and one of the tallest residential buildings in the Western Hemisphere, located in the heart of what many would say is.
Oh boy. Okay, this building right here, but now it looks better compared to this modern nonsense. Modern buildings are either just ugly. Ugh. Uh, Glad when Manhattan City or whatever.
Is its greatest city. The view atop 432 Park Avenue is immense, covering the entire
432 Park Avenue.
entirety of Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, half of New Jersey, and 50 miles of the Atlantic Ocean. Floating this high above Manhattan, you can't even hear the cars, trains, and people below.
Well, that's one good thing. Living in a high rise. Can't hear the sit from. Ugh. Can't hear the sit from below. Still, doesn't erase the crime.
It's like living in the clouds and watching the world from above.
For any of those rich folks living in the top floors, what are you gonna do when another hurricane Sandy? What, you're just gonna sit back and relax? Hear the winds break your window?
432 Park Avenue is also a full-service building that features a 75-foot-long pool, full gym, library, and many more amenities.
Library? Oh. Bit cool, but that building. This building over here. Color, what? Yeah, but my volume is okay. Peace. All in all, I'll give this building like a 6.5 out of 10. Parts of it are cool, but it's average. Damn. Bags rave about. I don't care about this Japanese attitude. And you're gonna sell an apartment to me.
To live here is to truly experience the pinnacle of metropolitan luxury and style. Throughout the day, we enjoy the views and the sense of peace that this residence provides. But to get to watch the sunset on the city is something truly special.
Know how fucked up it is? I mean, you have to pay like this $135 million just to get 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. Obviously, the city isn't meant for big families. Yeah, it's kind of nice. So, open windows, bathroom, fun. Cover it up with a curtain. Comcast.
And that's it for the tour. What an amazing residence located on the 79th floor at 432 Park Avenue.
79th floor, 432 Park Avenue. Interesting.
unit is phenomenal. We're 1,000 feet above the ground, and throughout the day, we saw the incredible
Well, thank you, Inez. However you pronounce it.
views that this property gets. I also want to congratulate the development team for doing something truly one of a kind here and executing it flawlessly.
And this apartment was alright. Let's check out something else. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Alright, before I begin, actually subscribe to this YouTuber called Cass Jordan. Basically, he does apartment tour. See, the so-called affordable one. See his videos, you realize apartments are really tiny, big prices. Obviously, it's a total jip. Oh, cool. Nice pool.
This apartment has a pool.
Nice. Okay, judging from the theory, I can tell this is Brooklyn, ain't it? Ugh. Graffiti and hipster trash everywhere. Nice boat anyway. Good. Jeez. This. Down a house. Jeez. No, it's a nice neighborhood for kids to folks, right? Just tell hipsters and trust fund kids live these. Cloudy weather and graffiti just makes the depression all the more better.
All right, here we are in Brooklyn. We got off at Morgan.
Called it.
That's the stop you see right here. This is the immediate area by the train.
We better make sure we don't get shot. Look, short bus.
This might not look like much, but it really turns into an awesome neighborhood. I guess you could consider
What's up with the movie trailers?
this Bed-Stuy. It's like a warehouse district.
Of course it's Bed-Stuy. Of course. For anyone who doesn't know, is in Brooklyn. They're being gentrified. They used to be disgusting crime ghettos, but now they're being gentrified into overpriced hipster neighborhoods. But the ugly graffiti is still there.
And there's a truck here that just won't move. Definitely one of the more unique parts of the city, but I think it's cool. Over here, there's like a bunch of little stores and shops. This
Really?
one appears to be a coffee house. The Swallow. That's what you do with your coffee.
The Swallow Cafe. Really nibba. Jeez. And yeah, I know the YouTuber looks like a total soy boy, but we're gonna have to tolerate him and look at these apartments, you know?
You swallow it. This must be for some restaurant? Wait.
You know, ever since I heard these little indoor-outdoor booths really make it's just contradictory. And a waste of money for a restaurant owner too. Please. Excuse me.
These are empty. What's going on over here? Okay, maybe it is for a restaurant, but where's the restaurant? Over here, we got this cool little greenhouse, and next to it, there's like a natural market. Roberto's. Is this a restaurant? I think so.
No.
I bet on like a Friday evening, this looks totally...
Would you go to a restaurant if it was covered in graffiti? Nope. And I know graffiti art can look pretty, just like this one. This artwork right here, but scribbling gang symbols is not art. Not art, really.
totally different. I also love how there's a jet ski just random.
Ooh, nice jet ski. I hope it wasn't absconded by a certain kind of group.
Hanging out. Over here we got a bunch of other shops and cafes. You can see them. When in doubt, just look for the string lights. That'll tell you where to
Cafes look closed. They're out of business. Jeez.
go. This local cafe is really good. Even on a rainy day, there's always people here. The only problem is I'm too much of a caveman to pronounce the name, so you'll just have to...
This is Andre Noir. Does that mean Black Angel? I don't speak frog, so
to stop by. It's like 5 minutes from the apartment. Beacon's Closet. Not sure. I might not actually be cool enough to live here because I can't tell what any of this stuff actually is. That's how Brooklyn works. It's deliberately confusing to people who don't live in Brooklyn so that people know right away. If you come here and you're like trying to be part of it, they'll be like, oh, that guy, he's not from here. Then we got vegan cuisine right over here. Wow, whoever made this is seriously talented. In fact, most of the street art over here is amazing. It is kind of everywhere. That's just something you'll have to take into account if you want to live anywhere in Brooklyn, not just here. See.
All right, some of the street art looks nice, but many gang symbols scribbled all over the building. Plus, the cloudy weather really exposes how depressing New York City is, especially Brooklyn.
See that over there? That is the local Cobra Kai dojo. It looks like they'll teach you how to punch people in the face and body slam them. That sounds like a program that'll help you protect yourself.
You don't need to protect yourself in Brooklyn. Jeez.
And conveniently, right next door, there's a Tex-Mex cafe. After you get in the best shape of your life, you can undo all of that right here. That
a bunch
is
of
the
illegals.
building. Way up there, you can see some of the stuff on the roof, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait. Alright, so look at this building. Why are some of those triangular? Jeez. Why are some of the windows here, triangular and cut in half, Just why? There's no point to it. Just one of the things I hate about modern architecture.
Way up there, you can see some of the stuff on the roof, which is pretty sweet.
Really. I see that elevator.
See some of the stuff on the roof, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, what's the elevator? It's a crate, a storage crate. Oh, whatever. Okay, it does look nice. Close up. And especially kind of like this abstract art, and I really don't like it. I can get used to that.
Ooh.
More minimalist furniture.
Pretty nice place. The kitchen's super high end. There's a dishwasher, laundry in unit.
Okay, stop. Okay, comes to looking through apartment tours in New York City, most of them that I've seen from these videos, they always have these rinky-dink washing machines. And like, large enough to be a kid's toy box. Come on. I want bigger machine. I'm gonna live here. Please.
Right there. Bathroom is an absolute home run. But the reason to live here is
Oh, nice room.
because of the amenities. This is the front entrance. We have a full-time doorman. Doorwoman, I'm
Nice.
sorry. Please don't kick me out. She said that I have to be on good behavior. Look at how interesting it is. There's like a
Oh, that is neat. Very nice. Have
Please
a
don't
grand
kick
piano.
me out. She said I have to be on good behavior. Look at how interesting it is. There's like a piano over here, and then up here there's what looks like it could have been a tree house. I don't see a dangerous ladder,
Ooh, treehouse.
which is probably a good thing. I think you get in up there. This is one of the rarest of all New York City apartment features. And look at those ceilings. This is like total
I appreciate the pool, even though I can't swim.
wow factor here. Really hot in here too. When I heard that this building had a pool, I thought it was going to be like some tiny little thing. But not only do they have this stuff in here, outside they have other it looks like hot tubs. There's like 3 or 4 of them. This is like a total hangout spot over here.
Oh,
and
cool.
the last time I was on vacation, they wanted
I just hope those pools are maintained, have clean throughout the whole year. Ugh.
us to pay extra to get for one of these cabana things. But here I just guess you have to be first. That's how it works.
Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I know it's the arcade.
Have to be first. That's how it works. How awesome is this? There's an arcade. They got
know, it's
Pac-Man,
cool.
Batman, Mario, and they got hoops.
Oh, this is so cool.
How is that possible? I hit the tee, but not the ball. Now, next to the golf, there's also bowling, which I am equally awful at. What's
Oh,
this
cool,
thing, 12
bowling.
pounds? I might not be strong enough. Now, before anyone calls me a Debbie Downer, you need a resident password to access this thing, and I conveniently don't have one. Over here's the gym. It's actually a 2-floor system.
Oh,
I
cool.
say system because there's a rock wall. I'm not healthy enough to use any of the equipment in
Wanna try
here,
the rock
especially
wall?
the rings. Man,
Rock
that looks
wall.
dangerous. And they have dumbbells that exceed the
Oh boy. Oh jeez, my jeez. I hope everything's alright.
capacity of non-performance enhanced residents. Second level up here, this looks like it's all cardio. Why does no one, well, except for like one person, do cardio? Over here we got the snack machine. These are constantly refilled with vitamin water. Oh, I love vitamin water. I was just given a free one that's never gonna happen to me again.
Isn't
So
vitamin
let's all
water
enjoy
just
it.
filled with
Thank you.
sugar? Oh, nice kitchen.
This is the common kitchen / restaurant. I guess if you
Whoa.
want to throw a birthday party and have a cook-off, that's the right oven for it. And then
I gotta admit, this apartment, which is way cheaper, much more entertaining compared to the penthouse we first saw, right? Right? Am I right?
there's like tables over there. I see some taps. And then this is probably the coolest room. Look at this. These are all little beverage coolers. Haven't seen too many luxury buildings with a wine tasting center.
Oh, I got it.
This is the game
Oh,
room. They've
what
got
cool
these
swing.
swinging rope chairs. Then there's this game, I guess, shuffleboard. Whatever it is, I'm terrible at it. But they've also got a couple of foosball tables, a pool table, which is, I guess, being upgraded, and then there's another kitchen, which is nice. I mean, again, having a get-together or whatever, you don't have to, like, hang out in your apartment. You can hang out down here. This is probably the least exciting room here. It looks like some sort of conference room, but that could be useful. A lot of people work remote or whatever. And what's also sweet is before you leave for the day, there is a little cafe right here in the building. That's really
nice,
convenient,
honestly.
and the best thing about it is it's not a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts. That would be awful. Oh, I've seen this at like one other building. You can rent like a vacuum to clean your apartment or a servant robot vacuum to do it for you. That probably costs more.
Oh,
You can even
wait. Wait a minute.
oh,
Hold
I've
on,
seen this at
wait.
like
Wait, look here. They have a rent a Nintendo Switch. You can rent a Nintendo Switch. I don't know. I don't know why that made me laugh, but it just did. PlayStation Bros, where you at?
one other building. You can rent like a vacuum to clean your apartment or a servant robot vacuum to do it for you. That probably costs more. You can even rent some toilet paper, but hopefully you have your own in your apartment already.
Oh, even the roof is cool.
It's not the best day to be up on the roof because it's kind of rainy. But not only is it landscaped with cool little spots like this where you can hang
nice.
out and see the view, there's also like a dog run over here. It's got everything. Now we're going to check out this studio and a 2-bedroom down the hall. If you want to rent any of these, I'll have the agent's contact in the description. And if you have fun watching, subscribe. After you come in, you can just throw your stuff right by the door. And the layout here is really an efficient design. And
Really? I love the amenities in this giant warehouse, but the apartments, you have to pay a hallway for $2,200. Come on. Such a jip. Okay, the apartment looks like that. If you're a bachelor, ew. So small.
what's impressive is just how big of a kitchen they fit here. All the appliances are nice. There's lots of cabinets, which is great. And check out the counter space. You can actually use the stove and make stuff here.
I guess.
No problem. Plus, I like this little white table here. That's good for giving you a little extra. I suppose this could also be a rolling countertop, but this is actually really impressive. Vent up here's got a light. It's really big too. Fridge is stunning. And right next to the kitchen in here, we have the full-size washer and
That's like the smallest washing machine I've ever seen. Fine. Like, they're big enough to be a kid's toy box. Fine. No, I want something bigger.
and dryer, so you don't have to leave to clean your stuff. Then we come to the actual living space, 21 feet 8 inches by 11 feet 10 inches. And they've got a nice setup with a sleeping area and a separate sitting area. It's not a Super Bowl Sunday couch, but this totally works. You could get an entertainment center right there. So, you know, you can watch movies. Then there's this little table. We're pretty close to the kitchen. I guess you could put like a traditional dining table here instead. But this definitely works. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And there's plenty of room to walk through this and get to an area where the bed is. Now, one of the great things about a studio is that if you want something bigger than a queen-size bed, you can easily get that. And there's still room on either side to get out. Plus, I feel like you could have a dresser over here in this corner. The view is also pretty interesting. We're looking out over the rest of the neighborhood. You can see some of the same.
And now you get to see muggings and stabbings, find some graffiti art. Welcome to Brooklyn, New York.
Types of buildings that we saw on the way here. There's a couple of cafes on the corner.
Ugh. I like the amenities, but would it be worth it to move to that kind of place and live in that kind of neighborhood? It just looks so depressing. Ugh.
Way over here. This is the walk-in closet. Maybe it's pretty good. It goes up nice and high. Definitely great for jackets. That's the one where the laundry.
Really? Really? Try to imagine you're paying almost $2,300 and this is your closet? Come on. What a jip. What a jip.
Is, but if it were me, I'd probably put some hooks on the wall down here by where the bathroom is. As far as New York bathrooms go, this is definitely a really good one. Just look at the size of the medicine cabinet. Look at that, it's like a tower. Look at that, I can't even reach. Okay, you can't really see. There's also storage beneath the sink, but look at the tub. You could take a bath in here and not regret it. Plus, you got this fancy schmancy wand for scrubbing yourself.
Oh, now we got the 2-bedroom, 2 baths. For any couples watching this, do you want like this? Do you want to pay that kind of rent? Small this? For these. Alright, I kind of like the wood cabinet. Cupboard.
Okay.
Barely open a window. What? Jeez. What a jip.
And that's as far as it opens. But we're in the 2-bedroom right now, and this thing has awesome floor-to-ceiling windows.
Perfect for a kid decides to jump out the window.
And check out the kitchen. This is definitely interesting. There's a lot of counter space, but there's also like all this shelving and stuff built around it. Plus the lights have this cool thing. Now this unit's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Slight differences in the overall finish. Dishwasher looks a little bit bigger, and I think that makes sense. I mean, again, this is probably a place that more than one person's going to live in, and the kitchen's built out a little bit more as well to accommodate for that. Right by the entryway, we've got a jacket closet, and after you take a shower, check this out, right?
Okay, just look at this. You're living in this apartment, pay $4,100, and you and your significant other get a narrow closet. They big enough for you to hang yourself with?
Right here, washer and dryer. How convenient is that? Somewhat of a different vibe in here with like the wood, but we've got the big mirror as well. Check that out. The living room is 11.5 by 14.
Jeez. Look at this. Your window is blocked by... Like, come on. Come on. What? Some view.
And I guess you could have an entertainment center in a couple of different spots here, which is nice. This is the larger bedroom, 9 feet 9 inches by 16 feet 1 inch. Definitely lots of space for a bed, a desk, and a few dressers. And it has a real walk-in closet. I was just in there. Cool thing about this is it has its own bath. This one looks like it's got a standing shower, but it's very nice. This looks like all the other bathrooms we've seen. This is the smaller room, 9.5 by 12 feet 3 inches. Still a decent amount of space for a New York bedroom, that's for sure. Looks like the closet is exactly the same as well. So storage in here, also great. If you've got more questions about any of these places, check out the video description for all the leasing team's contact info, and then why don't we see some more apartments? You can pick one here or here, and I'll see you in the next video.
Alright guys, watch one of my favorite videos. Just
What's up, everybody?
all in all, all in all, that apartment we just saw, It's alright, but like I said, neighborhood just meant for hipster trash and apartment. We even with all the cool amenities such as the arcade, the swimming pool, not worth it. Please. Especially when you get out the depressing graffiti-filled, overpriced hipster neighborhood like that. Yuck. Living in Brooklyn ain't worth it. Now, in this video, we get a cool motorhome. Gotta admit, I really like RV. I've entertained a thought in RV, but even that has its challenges. But nevertheless, let's take a look at this one.
It's Ennis here. This week we're in Wilhelmsdorf, Germany, and going to tour this futuristic, luxurious motorhome built by Dembel. The interior of this motorhome is stunning, and on the back we have a full-size garage. So
Is that a smart car? To say about that? I draw a match. If you want to park in there, they get out.
you can take your personal car with you anywhere you travel. Now, this model starts around 1 million euros, and the particular motorhome right behind me, with all the
What's that? Like 50 USD?
upgrades, goes for 1,070,000 euros, which is around $1,250,000. And now, without further ado, let's begin our tour.
Cool. And it has solar panels. How cool.
So we're gonna start our tour on the exterior, walk around the entire vehicle, then we're gonna take you guys inside. First thing I wanna mention, this motorhome is built on a Mercedes Actros chassis. You have a 12.8-liter engine V12 that gets 530 horsepower, and check this out, Mikey. This vehicle does 11.5 miles per gallon, even though it weighs 26 tons.
That's crazy. What, a Hummer does 8 or 9 miles a gallon, right?
That's right. So impressive. And it's actually 12 meters long, 4 meters tall, 2.5 meters wide.
Cool. This RV is cool. I think about the gas prices. Oh boy.
So it's definitely a big vehicle. Now, if we go around the side, Mikey, I love the contemporary lines. It's just the motorhome looks so modern and elegant, and we're used to seeing a lot of motorhomes that are a little bit more, let's say, old school, but this is not the case here. And check this out. It's so elevated from the ground. Look at the passenger side here. It's like solid, like 6-7 feet up there.
It's like climbing a ladder to get up.
Exactly.
That's deep.
But another thing I want to mention, the windshield on this thing is a little bit more shallow. It's almost like a little bit more sporty. Now that we're on the side, another detail I want to mention, it doesn't have side mirrors, it has side cameras. And we're going to show you guys how that works on the interior. Now, going this way, we have the first slide out here that kicks out about 50 centimeters. That's your living room area. And on this side, we have 2 folding chairs, custom designed for this motorhome, where you can store it right here. That's your storage compartment that connects all the way to the other side. And below here, Mikey,
cool.
we have
Nice
your hydraulic
space.
pumps, and right next to that is your split air conditioning unit for the entire motorhome. Super cool. Now, right in the center, we have this lit up staircase that leads you to the inside. Push of a button, you can actually close the staircase. It flushes nicely with the exterior clad. Above that, you have your door that we're gonna check out in a bit. Now, coming here, if you actually look above the motorhome, we have 4 solar panels, each producing 320 watts. So in total, you get 1,320 watts. And right here, Mikey, you have 200 amp each, in total 800 amp lithium batteries to store all that electricity. That way you can.
Okay, that's nice to know. Considering this is RV, water doesn't. Just curious. And do with the sewage. That's also important too.
Power all the electronics in this car without having the need to turn on the diesel generator. Now, Mikey, ready? Here's another cool detail I want to point out. When you close this panel here, there's a nice cutout for your keypad, and I cannot show you guys this code, but you can hide away your stairs just like that.
That's sleek.
Ah, nice.
It is super sleek, right? There you go. Now, Mikey, 2 more details.
I know this stream is supposed to be roasting apartments, their places and whatnot, but RVs are freaking cool, you know?
Here, number 1, these rear tires, they have steering as well. That way, when you're turning, the rear tires turn as well to help you with the turning radius of this long vehicle, which is super cool. And above us, we have this motorized retractable awning system with LED lighting on the steel legs, which is super unique. And above that is obviously covered, 6 meters wide, 3.5 meters in depth. And on top of that, you have a secondary motorized screen here to lower down. That way, let's say you're having your meal down below here and you don't want to get the sun, you can actually avoid it through the shade.
That's pretty cool. That
Has
thing
a
is huge.
projector.
It really sticks out far.
Exactly.
Or
And
a
another
movie
cool
screen.
detail, I know too much about this RV now. When the wind gets up to 39 kilometers an hour, it automatically closes up since it doesn't have any supporting legs.
Wow.
Super unique, right?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of unique, this is amazing. This model has a small garage where you can park your smart car, which is incredible. It's also branded with the same colored theme like the rest of the motorhome. And it's amazing the fact that you can actually bring your own personal car wherever you travel.
That's always been like my biggest problem with RVs in general, because like usually you're out in like national parks or something, and it's like sometimes you want to drive on a dirt road, but you can't take these big cars.
Or go to grocery shopping.
Exactly, yeah.
And in this case, this motorhome comes with this smart car here as well. This is your garage. It's all clad with stainless steel. You have access to some of your panels here. And check this out, Mikey. The way you park it inside, obviously, currently we have it on the ramp, and they have a tow hook here. And just like that, you pull the car inside and close this hydraulic door.
That's pretty awesome.
Amazing, right? Now, Mikey, let's wrap around and continue our tour. I want to briefly talk about the color palette and kind of like the design elements of this motorhome. They went with this nice simple white color, and that's the signature Danbell red and black combination right there, where we have the glass panels. Over here, we have more storage panels and access.
Oh boy. I gotta admit, it's getting kind of boring.
Points. In this case, this is Mikey right here.
But these are pretty good things to have, you know. All those diesel space for your luggage too.
Here is where you have your heating system and access to your valves and plumbing and all that. They used Vtuber. Vtuber is one of the best in the industry. I wanted to point that out. And if we follow this way, Mikey, we have extra storage compartments, and down below is your 408 kilowatt generator. Diesel generator with a soundproof case there. That way, when it turns on, you don't even hear it inside of the motorhome. And what's cool about this system that they have is every time you need the generator, it turns on automatically. So you don't have to shift the button or turn a switch on. It's just automatically wired that way.
Pretty cool. It's an American import also.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, Mikey, this is the
sweet.
second door where it opens up to the storage unit that we showed earlier. Above that is your secondary slide out. This one is a little bit bigger. It kicks out about 70 centimeters, and that's your kitchen right there. Now, lastly, we have the driver's side here. Let's take a quick look. Obviously, we're going to check out on the inside in a bit. I mean, it's up there.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd be how to get used to that. I don't even know how to drive.
Turns on automatically, so you don't have to shift the button or turn a switch on. It's just automatically wired that way.
Pretty cool. It's an American import also.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, Mikey, this is the second.
Oh.
second door where it opens up to the storage unit that we showed earlier. Above that is your secondary slide out. This one is a little bit bigger. It kicks out about 70 centimeters.
Oh,
And
sweet.
that's your kitchen right there. Now, lastly, we have the driver's side here. Let's take a quick look. Obviously, we're going to check out on the inside in a bit. I mean, it's up there.
Yeah, it's high. It's really, really cool though.
Overall, I love the exterior design. The whole motorhome looks so contemporary and elegant. It has a young vibe to it. You have a Mercedes chassis. You can't really go wrong with that. And that wraps our tour on the exterior. Now, I want to open the door here. So you have 8 stairs that takes you up, Mikey. Built-in handrail with LED lighting. You can see the latches, they're heavy duty. And I'll meet you guys inside. And we go straight into the living room area. Now, the interior of this motorhome is stunning. In fact, Denbel uses an interior design firm that specializes in yacht design, and their eye for beautiful finishes, wood-clad details really shows in this interior. Now, the
Oh,
first area I want to cover is right behind me. We have this 50-inch TV.
oh, the interior looks awesome. Oh, yes, I want to add this. Would it be worth it? Not a big fan of smart cars.
Nicely recessed into this wood-clad wall, and even the ceilings are covered with this exquisite material, mood lighting throughout, and they also have their AC diffusers nicely tucked into these panels. That way you get a nice air
Nice.
distribution throughout the space. Now, I want to cover this section here. This is your living room seating area. You have
Whoa.
the built-in seating here with mood lighting underneath, and this is your first slide out, Mikey. You even have some upper cabinets here, of course, your built-in speakers. It's just a cozy area for you to sit down and watch your TV since it's on a perfect angle. Now, in front of the seating area, we also have this table that's currently positioned as a coffee table, and you can actually make it adjust it, turn it this way, and have it as a dining table as well. On top of that,
Oh wow,
you can lower it and raise it if you want.
a lot of
Oh.
interesting features in this thing.
Correct. Now, I also forgot to mention this. We have a skylight right in the center, bringing a ton of natural light to
Okay, so B. This RV. Honestly, oh, sides spread out while driving, but obviously can't cook. RV is moving, even though especially along a bumpy road.
the space. They have built-in blackout shades also as well. And Mikey, all the glass in this motorhome is heated.
Let's say if someone were to purchase this motorhome, they get across the sea through boat, probably.
That way, when you're heating the motorhome through floor heating or through your radiators that are on each side, even your skylights or your windows are heated. So you have a nice thermal envelope.
I guess they just do that so like hot air doesn't escape out the windows, basically, right?
Exactly. Or let's say you're laying down on the bed, you don't have a cold window right next to you.
Makes sense.
Amazing space. Now let's continue our tour. We have these 2 chairs currently turned this direction to your seating area. And obviously when you're cruising, you have it turned the other way around. But more importantly, Mikey, ready? I'm gonna lower it tiny bit. There you go. Normally you would have these chairs leaning back so you can actually lower this queen size bed all the way down here, and that's your additional sleeping area.
Okay. I appreciate the bed for sleeping, for an extra sleeping area, but you really need to consider the weight of the person using that overhead bed. And it's right next to the drivers too. Damn. That just activates my anxiety.
That's pretty cool. So at least 4 people can sleep in here.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
And this section is super cool. They have roof heating here. That way you don't compromise the comfort. Even in this space, you have some built-in reading lights, another skylight detail there, plugs, kind of everything you need.
Wouldn't it be weird be sleeping right above the drivers. Ugh.
Need another cozy spot.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And just like that, you tuck it up. Now, Mikey, let's check out the cockpit.
Let's do it.
All right. As we go in here, it's super spacious, and I gotta say this, the cockpit of this motorhome is truly stunning. You have so much space here, and visibility is great. I'm currently sitting in the driver's seat, and my dashboard here with two
The
built-in
seats look
screens.
comfy.
It looks like I'm driving a really nice Mercedes SUV. It doesn't even feel like a motorhome. You have your GPS here, and we mentioned it on the exterior. Instead of side mirrors, you have side cameras. Obviously, your vision is a little bit low here since we have the slide outs open right now. And Mikey, look at this. I mean, this is your gear. You have all this extra storage. Obviously, all these seats that we're sitting on, all 4 seats, they are heated, cooled, and massaged.
Oh, heated seats.
Don't forget, they're also on hydraulics, so
Air suspension.
air suspension.
Oh,
yeah,
hydraulics
so it feels like
too?
you're floating on these.
Oh,
I mean, it's amazing. I'm sure it's super fun to drive this thing around, and visibility is great. I don't know. It's like I'm so impressed with this motorhome.
Yeah.
Now, I want to take everybody back again to the living room area, and right across from the seating setup, we have the kitchen. Super modern. You have gloss cabinetry.
nice.
throughout,
And it's all
glass
glossy too.
countertops,
Sweet.
And right here we have the Miele induction cooktop. Above that you have your tucked-in kitchen vent, and here we have a nice LED channel lighting for the entire kitchen. Upper cabinets above, and Mike, I gotta show you this detail. Of course, these are soft close. Check this out. They have espresso cups branded with Dembo.
It's pretty cool.
All their cups, dishware, everything is actually branded. In fact, I'm gonna show more in a bit. Down below
Cups.
the induction cooktop,
Nice
we have
cups.
Miele Alvin, and ready? Dishwasher drawer.
I feel like that's not common to see.
And you recognize the branding? It's all
Yeah.
made by Dembo.
We're gonna have to push Denville to give us some souvenirs to take home.
That sounds cool. Now, Mikey, let's check out this detail. This cover plate comes off, and there you go. You have your modern sink there with a pop-up faucet. There you go, nice
Wow.
and sleek. And let's put this cover back on. Another good detail that I want to mention here also, they have this awning window here that you can open up, give some fresh air, right? I love those aluminum handles. And check this out. You either have bug screen automatic
Oh, sweet.
or your blackouts.
And that's every opening window on the whole unit, right?
Exactly. Throughout the entire motorhome, everything is motorized.
Yeah.
All the curtains and everything. Now let's check out more cabinets. Down below the sink, we have additional cabinetry here. Everything is nicely compartmentalized. And they even utilize spaces like this one to create extra storage.
Oh,
Now,
sweet.
the last part of this kitchen is right here.
Nice.
The panel door opens up to your fridge. Down below, we have the freezer. And that wraps our tour for the kitchen. We're back at the entry now. This is your main door. And right next to that, we have an additional door opening up the small closet space where you have your control for your AC, generator, and this screen right here controls the entire motorhome. You can use it for your slide outs, awning system, doors, exteriors. You can control anything from here. Now, following this hallway, we have a coat closet here, and the first door on my right-hand side goes into your bathroom. Now, like the rest
Oh,
of the motorhome,
bathroom.
this bathroom here has some of those yacht finishes with the curved walls.
Has a
LED
toilet and a
lit
shower.
mirror, chrome
Oh.
details here with your faucet, nice bowl sink. This toilet right here, Mikey, is also heated. It's motorized. I mean, this is incredible. You have a LED lit mirror here for your makeup or when you get ready. Heated towel racks with this Korean stone back wall, and even the towel has the Danville branding. Super cool.
It has to.
Has to, right? Mood lighting here, the amount of details. And of course, right behind me, we have the vent on right now, is your walk-in shower with a massive rain head above. Even your
Nice.
shower head is actually a good size.
Okay, shower is nice. How much water does this RV hold? Ellie. It's a pretty big issue when you motorhome, right? Right, folks? Hold on a minute.
Yeah, and it's not small in there either. Go inside.
Check it out. You have chrome fixtures here. I mean, it's a good size. And on the back, you actually have shampoo niche here with LED lighting.
Yeah.
I mean, they thought about
Oh,
everything.
nice.
And last part, Mikey, this door right here opens up to your closet for your bathroom, and down below you have a washer and dryer,
Oh,
which is something
alright.
you gotta have. Now, at the end of this hallway, we gotta show this detail. Remedicio mirrored pocketing door. I said mirrored because you can actually see yourself. It's like a nice full-size mirror that closes off
Sliding
your bedroom.
doors.
Mikey, come on inside.
Nice.
Now, this space is just as cozy as the rest of the motorhome. I
No,
love the
look
mood
at the
lighting that they
bed.
have throughout around the
Nice.
bed setup. You have 2 massive windows
So
on each
comfy.
side, bringing natural light. Again, they're heated.
It has a
And of course,
TV
you have your
too.
butt screen, automatic shades, blackouts, everything you need. Mikey, just like the yachts that we've been seeing, they have the same stainless steel reveal detail around this window opening that looks exquisite. Behind that, we have the grill for the radiator, nicely hidden behind this wood paneling throughout the room.
Yeah, it's really nice. And you mentioned it was looked like a yacht, but it reminds me of Vtuber, a takeaway yacht we put on the channel a while back.
Exactly. Same detail.
Italian yachts. But if you haven't seen it, go check out that video.
Make sure to check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, Mikey, overall great space. I love the bed setup here. So cozy. And behind the bed setup, you actually have all these doors that serves as your cabinetry and your closet space. In fact, the one right in the center is actually deep that goes down a little bit so you can hang your dresses, pants, clothes, all that good stuff. Wall sconces on each side. We have the nightstand here. Overall, beautiful bedroom setup, nice and cozy. Now, so far we saw the exterior and the interior of this motorhome, and there's actually one more thing left. I think we should take it out on the road and see how it drives.
Let's do it.
Ooh. Whoa, this motorhome's pretty cool, but well, obviously, can't bring it to any city, and it must be really difficult to make sharp turns with too.
So we just took this motorhome for a ride, and I gotta say, it drove so smoothly. It's incredibly quiet, and something about being really high, it just makes it really fun. Overall, you guys saw the interiors, and it drives amazing as well.
I was rich. I buy this? Yeah, I would. But I need the smart car. Really don't. And this motorhome all the way Dorf. Wilhelmsdorf, Germany.
All right, everyone, that's it for the tour. What an
That motorhome is awesome. I love it. Yeah, I may be a bit biased, but I don't care. RVs are awesome. Let's see. Alright, folks, we're going to get something. But take a bit of a break first. Alright, guys, be back in a few. Now everyone, back. Oof, I had to take a bit of a breather. Uh, damn it. Oh, most of you are still here. Oh, I have so many sisters as well. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Oh yeah, and this. Excuse me. Sorry. That was the cranberry juice. Gonna be looking at a video where you can take a trip on the Amtrak train out to San Francisco. Wait, Chicago. Cool? So, I think so.
Welcome aboard the most scenic train in the United States, Amtrak's California Zephyr.
Cool.
Hello, jet setters and rail fans. I'm Jeb Brooks from greenergrass.com. Right now, I'm in Chicago. It's time.
Apparently, this is one of those overnight. Have a grand view from Chicago all to San Francisco. I think you'll be able to see the Grand Rapids as well as the mountains in Colorado from this overnight. Honestly, that's pretty cool. First, never taken an overnight trip, so hopefully I'd like to do this. And
Time to head over to San Francisco, and I'm traveling on board the most scenic train in the United States. This is the California Zephyr.
oh,
This
nice
train
name.
passes through 7 states, over 2,438 miles in a scheduled 51.5 hours. We'll climb to nearly 10,000 feet and spend 2 nights on board. After a 2 o'clock departure on Wednesday from the Windy City, we plan to arrive at 4:25 on Friday afternoon in Emeryville, just outside San Francisco. We were traveling in late April 2021, when the weather in Chicago can be predictably unpredictable. A sign of what was to come on this trip? I was not traveling alone. My enthusiasm for Amtrak sparked interest from a few of my friends who you'll get to know over the course of our trip out west. That's Sean, Craig, and Alan, and all of us headed to Union Station to begin our journey. We got our start at this beautiful, historic train.
Yikes. I know it starts in Chicago, but if I were to go on effort, I need to be careful in Chicago. I don't want to get sat, you know.
Train station.
Stepping into this train station, it just is a real sense of occasion. It feels as magnificent as this journey is going to be. Truly the right way to start something like this. As you look around at this absolutely magnificent room.
Our first stop was the Metropolitan Lounge.
All passengers booked into sleeper car services are granted access to this lounge, which is really nice. A great place to sort of settle in and get ready for your trip.
The lounge offers plenty of seating for kids and adults. There are showers and even bag storage. There are also places to charge up and knock out some work.
Oh, sweet.
Unfortunately, during our visit, there was no food on offer.
First meal on the Zephyr is dinner, so we're going to grab a quick bite to eat here at the station. So we've got a little food in us before we begin the journey.
Thankfully, Union Station has plenty of options for hungry travelers. We each grabbed a bite from different
Chick-fil-A.
restaurants and then found a table sitting together.
Love Chick-fil-A.
There's a nearby convenience store to visit before the long trip. Union Station is fantastic. I could have spent a lot more time in here exploring. Here's the waiting area for coach passengers. But it was this map of Amtrak's route network that really caught my attention. It really gave me a sense of the vast swath of the country we'd be traveling.
Oh.
We returned to the lounge just before boarding began.
Again, for those who are walking, please line the travel hall to your right. Do not go out the door. Our agent will take you to the train.
Train 5 is boarding, track 18, here we come. Zephyr's about to kick off. The anticipation is real. This is, boarding anything is exciting.
Oh, man.
But a long-haul train is something
I would love
special.
to take a train trip like
Unlike
this.
my previous experiences on Amtrak, there were plenty of employees there to show us the way to our rooms. Now, we'd each booked our own room. 2 guys chose roomettes, and 2 of us chose bedrooms. We'll explore both room types on this trip. And that brings up one of the greatest benefits of a sleeper car. It's our dedicated sleeping car attendant. Ours was fantastic. He was so kind and enthusiastic, ready to support us in any way he could. Without much effort, I found my room, C, in the sleeper car closest to the dining car.
All right.
Made it. Smooth as silk. Just getting settled in here, and then once we get going, we'll take a look around the room. But feels like home.
It's amazing just how many moving pieces and parts are required to make one of these massive machines work.
Made it. Smooth as silk. Just getting settled in here.
Oh. Back bedroom? Well, obviously, it looks pretty small and tight. I can handle it if I were to stay overnight.
Here, and then once we get going, we'll take a look around the room. But feels like home.
It's amazing just how many moving pieces and parts are required to make one of these massive machines work. A successful trip depends on so much. But when I noticed our 2 o'clock departure time had slipped past, I thought maybe one of them wasn't cooperating.
There's a leaking shower, and they're having to move the people who are in the room with the shower forward, but the concern is we'll run out of water because they can't figure out how to stop the leaking, so hopefully they sort all this out. But
Yikes.
your guess is as good as mine at this point. We're probably about 10 minutes late because of that shower mishap, but I guess they've sorted it out. Hopefully we won't run out of water. Time will tell, but we're headed out of Chicago.
The Zephyr's name derives from the Greek god of the western wind, Zephyrus, so it felt good to be blowing out of the station on our westward journey. Now, this seemed like a good time to familiarize myself with the room. Amtrak offers a number of sleeping accommodations on these long-haul trains.
Nice view.
Should I put together a video highlighting the pros and cons of each one? Let me know. For now, this bedroom can easily offer sufficient space for 2 adults to sleep. Now, the 4 of us were comfortable hanging out here during the day. The sofa converts to a bed that's a little wider than a twin, and
Oh boy. Truth be told, kinda need bigger room to stretch my legs out.
the upper bunk folds down, but it's not quite as wide. There's a closet, which was ideal given the changing weather conditions we'd experienced on this journey. It was great to have easy access to my coat. It's possible to adjust the room's temperature here, where there's also a plug and a reading light. Amtrak stocks bedrooms with a number of pillows, but I still brought my own all the way from home. There's a chair, a mirror, and luggage storage right here. There's also another light, call button, and adjustment for the in-room speaker over there by the sofa. The bedroom also includes a sink, along with 1 million other tasks he completed. Our room attendant helpfully emptied the trash can every day as well. The table made me feel gratitude for the extra United Airlines sanitizing wipe I'd picked up on my trip to Chicago. This was pretty disgusting. There's still another reading light over the chair. There's a bathroom and a shower in the bedroom. And this, as far as I'm concerned, is the #1 reason to select this space over all of the others available on Amtrak. Having your own bathroom is great. That said, don't forget your toiletries. Amtrak only supplies towels and soap. And with that, I was settled in. Amtrak's flexible dining was on offer for this trip. We were able to try nearly every dish, so keep watching to see the Jeb Score award-winning Amtrak Flexible Dining Dish of the Year. I'll give you a hint, it's not the meatballs.
Ooh, what's on the menu?
As we made our way through the Chicago suburbs, we received some helpful Amtrak advice from the speakers above.
The restroom, please make sure you flush the toilet. Once again, when using the restroom, please make sure you lock the door behind you when you go.
How long I've been? Hold on a second. Oh, damn, over 2 hours. Oh boy. Hold on a minute. Here.
Flush the toilet.
Only 30 minutes after leaving Chicago, we hit our
First stop, Naperville.
Oh, cool. Naperville.
And with Naperville in our dust, I decided to head out and find the guys.
Hello, Jeff Brooks. This is Jeff. What's happening?
You know, what amazes me is, we've only been 35 miles out of Chicago, right? And it's always getting to a fairly non-populated area. It just brings home the point of how expansive the United States is.
And speaking of expansive,
We're in a bedroom, and there's room for four grown guys kind of to hang out and, as Sean would say, chit-chat. But yeah, it's actually pretty comfortable considering kind of what we've got here. A roomette, we'll take a look at that a little later. I think that's better suited for one of us to be in at a time, but we'll try it out with as many people as we can fit into a roomette.
we spent the next several hours just taking in the
Awesome.
scenery, telling stories and jokes. We all agreed this was the most relaxed we'd been in a while. We marked landmarks like Interstate 35.
No, the view isn't much, but I really appreciate it if I saw this kind of view. And I've never even been to Chicago. Never even seen Chicago suburbs.
We imagined what the menus were like at restaurants like Family Restaurant. But most of all, we just enjoyed each other's company. It's one of the great benefits of train travel.
So those of you who've seen my previous videos may know that I am a big fan of consuming prunes because the food on the train tends to stop me up. Alan seems to be really offended at the idea of eating prunes, so let's find out why.
That's way for me. Out of your mouth.
It's time to prune up.
We decided to move
Prunes are in old people. Prunes.
up to the observation car to take advantage of its more expansive views. That meant first passing through the dining car. More on that in a bit. Dinner's coming up soon. Seats in the observation car are available on a
awesome.
first-serve basis, and they're available to everyone on the train, no matter which class of service you're in.
Oh, sweet.
And they're available to everyone on the train, no matter which class of service you're in.
Totally want to be
That
there.
said, when the train got more full and the views more impressive, the conductor enforced a 2-hour time limit in here. In the middle of the car, you'll find some stairs. If you head down, you'll find food and drinks available for purchase in the cafe.
Oh, nice.
Just like the observation car, the cafe is open to everybody on the train.
Oh, look at all that. Cool. Those cool, cute little towns.
Galesburg marked our first
look at that
fresh air
train.
break. This is always
Oh.
a highlight for me. It's the first stop that gives me my true impression of the scope of the train, and this was a big one. There were 3 coach cars, an observation car, a dining car, 3 sleepers, and 2 engines. It was huge.
Time to hop on board. This was Galesburg.
Traveling by train has this really strange power.
Look at that
It
farm.
somehow warps time. What would seem
Oh.
like an eternity in the real world passes effortlessly on board. Here on Amtrak, it seems like time is marked mostly by meals. But there are certain landmarks that retain a significance that everyone on board appreciates. And along this route, there are several. The Rocky Mountains, the Moffat Tunnel, Donner Lake, and we'll see them all. But the first was crossing the mighty Mississippi. I've flown over this river more times than I can count, and I've always thought of it as a long river. It stretches 2,320 miles between Minnesota down to New Orleans, but it's also a massively wide river, and this train really highlighted that fact for me. It took us 90 seconds to get from one end of this bridge to the other. Crossing the Mississippi also marked the border between Illinois and Iowa. We just entered the second of 7 states.
Wow. That cute little town. I love it. I love suburban towns.
Every stop tells a story. Mount Pleasant, Iowa, for example, is home to Iowa Wesleyan College, America's oldest coeducational college west of the Mississippi.
Oh.
Sleeping car passengers were invited to make dinner reservations with the dining car attendant. We'd set ours for 6:30, and as the sun got lower on the horizon, we headed up to eat. Dinner includes a small salad, some bread, a main course, and a dessert. Here's the Asian noodle bowl, chicken fettuccine,
Yummy.
and the ever-present meatballs. And to be
Nice.
honest, there's not a lot of difference between the three.
Well, it's time for another meatball. Just like I remember.
As we ate dinner, we
Hope the food's good.
To be honest, there's not a lot of difference between the three.
Well, it's time for another meatball. Just like I remember.
As we ate dinner, we passed through Ottumwa, Iowa. It's the home to actor and comedian Tom Arnold. After
Oh.
dinner, we headed back to Alan's bedroom to hang out a while longer. It was really great to have this space to ourselves.
That was really cool. Just caught a Swidden burn as we were traveling through Iowa, which is pretty impressive.
This is one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. I mean, no doubt about it. Traveling in Amtrak really gives you the opportunity to take in such beautiful views.
And shortly after sunset, I headed back to my own bedroom
A
for what I
nice
hoped
sunset.
would be a solid night's sleep.
Tomorrow morning, I'll wake up, I guess, with an hour time difference, and hopefully even more interesting scenery. So, time for bed. See you in the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Once again, this is Johnny, your attendant here in the 531. Folks, I'll be leaving the car for my evening mode.
As I slept, we passed through Nebraska. I woke up about 5:15 Mountain Time near Brush, Colorado.
That was a great night's sleep. I feel really incredibly well rested. Slept almost all the way through the night. I'm looking forward to a beautiful day today. I understand the views are going to be incredible. Coffee should be ready in about 45 minutes. We could get the day started off right.
As the sun crept up over the horizon, I decided to head over to the observation car to wait for that coffee. However, thankfully, our sleeping car attendant saw I was up early and offered to pour me a cup. I sure was grateful. Tipping room attendants is appreciated but not expected. But what do you think? What's an appropriate amount? Should you do it at the beginning or the end of a trip? Let me know below.
Oh. Sunrise.
As we made our way toward Denver, 2 things happened. First, we started seeing snow. And second, we headed to breakfast.
Oh, snow.
Reservations were not required for breakfast. It was first come, first serve. And we were first.
Breakfast of champions.
The spinach, tomato, onion, mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan breakfast omelet was new on the menu, and I can only describe it as crunchy. We'd made it to Denver, but first had to reverse into the station. Now, this was also going to be a refueling and service stop for the train, which meant we'd be able to get off and stretch our legs.
Welcome to Denver. We've got a little bit of a longer stop here on this effort.
Cool.
Up to an hour, I think.
I want to visit
I'm gonna go check out
Colorado.
the station. Let's go explore. Excited to be here at the Denver Union Station. Apparently the real good stuff is about to kick off. Amazing views the rest of the morning as we make our way up into the Rocky Mountains. And had enough time to grab a quick shot of espresso, so man, that's good. All right, let's head back on board and get this show on the road.
Fueled by that shot of espresso, I was ready to post up in the observation car for what would turn out to be some of the most amazing views I've ever seen in my whole life.
Just take a sip, cover your lip, and enjoy your trip. We're here to help folks, but we got that policy that we need to enforce.
And with that out of the way,
cool.
let's leave the city behind and climb up into the Rocky Mountains. As I think back on this trip, it's the views we encountered here on the
the
morning of
Rocky
our second day
Mountains.
that really come to mind. I've driven through the Rockies, I've flown over the Rockies, but there's something about experiencing them from the train that's just...
Chat. I keep... else. Ugh. Wait, well, maybe I could show you something else. So, it's pretty much a showcase of the there's hoods. Just no. This is what happens when community overrun your state. Certain community. Nothing good. Please. What the heck is the government's taxpayers' money? All of these houses could have been refurbished. Some of them still look good. They just need to up. And this sucks. What happened to all these houses? They former meth labs or something? Ugh, no, the Detroit Mess. No, never visiting. Whoa, let's go back a bit. I mean, this house, it still looks nice. Is there anyone still living here? There's barely any people here. Get out of here, you. Get out of here, hooker.
Oh, no, I'm kind of busy right now. I said I'm kind of busy right now.
No. Yuck. And really depressing. I mean, some of the houses nice and to be up. No. Easy to deal with. The government's too lazy to deal with crackheads and the criminals. Come on. And now turning on A Boulevard. Please make sure you have your bulletproof vest on. Close your windows. Oh man. Hold on, wait a minute. Back a bit more. Look at this. I bet this was a nice house back in like 1950. I was all gone to sit. Come on. Nice. That's I mean, we're gonna fix that house up. Whole neighborhood. Have to remove some undesirables. Gonna need a huge amount of money to renovate these houses. Maybe then, decent people and live in these nice houses. Man, I hate. Not even.
My man is trained already, bro.
You know what? Man, I hate jogger. Always blocking up the street. Drive by. And used to be a nice neighborhood. That's a damn shame. All the trees and village is overgrown. Man, that's embarrassing. And the most dangerous hood in Detroit, Michigan. Got to see a drive-by or drug dealing. I bet all that stuff happens at night. Damn it. I can't joggers appreciate a good neighborhood. Ain't it? Like they're jogger me. Out of the street.
You got 500 for me?
Down the street. Damn. Annoying. And this instead. I don't know which is more depressing. Looking at ugly buildings in the city or watching the decrepit neighborhood up in Detroit, Michigan. Come on, even I can tell it used to be a nice little suburb. But no, a certain group had to ruin it. Jeez. Freaking joggers. Down the street, joggers. Damn. Annoying. Disturbing your peace with their jogger me. So annoying. Always talking so loudly too. Ugh. My fudge. Wait, stop. Look at this. Look at all this. Tell these be nice. I tell these used to be nice houses. Come on, man. How lazy Lori Lightfoot is. And some bullshit. Look at this. Ruining the houses. I'm no expert. How do we bring up the property value? And this really wears down. I can tell this used to be a nice town in like 1960s or 1970s. Some of these houses look like a decade old. But no, they're just sitting, rotting. Really messed up. Point of living in a penthouse in Miami when it'll most likely be destroyed in a hurricane. Just being real. Being real with you. Oh geez. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Ooh.
This is what $40 million buys you in Vail, Colorado.
Ooh. Ooh, it's so nice. And what? And it's in the woods too. Oh man. Gotta watch this one. It wasn't a video. I want guys It looks so pretty. But practically him. And but tell you the truth, oh, a different video. Getting late. Ah man, it's getting late, guys.
What's up, everybody? It's Enes here, and welcome to another episode.
Right in Bel Air too. Mega Mansion.
This week, we're in Bel Air, Los Angeles, and going to tour this incredible, newly constructed estate right behind me.
Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I never watched the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Oh,
This home features 12 bedrooms, 18 bathrooms, approximately 36,000 square feet of interior space, built on a little over 2 acres of land with an asking price of $139 million. What's up, everybody? It's Enes here, and welcome to another episode.
Hey,
this week, we're in Bel Air, Los Angeles, and going to tour this incredible, newly constructed estate right behind me. This home features 12 bedrooms, 18 bathrooms, approximately 36,000 square feet of interior space.
I forgot to mention that penthouse that was Japanese inspired. Gotta say, kind of easy to get lost in it. All the bedrooms, bathrooms were right close to each other. Peace.
Space built on a little over 2 acres of land.
Problem right there. Actually, there's two problems. Okay, so one, this man, my opinion, modern day Solomon. Two, it's on a cliff. Who builds a man cliff? In an earthquake-prone state. Fucking retards. Really.
With an asking price of $139 million. It is without a doubt one of the most beautiful and opulent estates we have ever toured on this channel, so we got a really special episode ahead of us. As always, you can find more information about this property in the description of this video. And before we start our tour, I want to give big thanks to the listing agents, Adam Rosenfeld and John Grauman, for allowing us to tour their amazing listing. And now, let's begin.
This place earthquake proof? That's the real question. Go full screen. I'm sorry, guys. Yikes. How stupid. Ah, geez. Ah, geez. Oh. Okay, the interior looks kind of nice, but good choice to live here. All those pools.
The thing that I think makes this estate stand apart is the attention to detail. Number one, the first thing I need to mention is code is constantly changing in Los Angeles, and as a result, the amount of square footage that exists on this property is not reproducible. Number two, this house has the size and the function, but what it really has is attention to detail that you typically aren't going to see, especially in a spec development style
And our
home.
prices keep rising.
Every inch of this house was painstakingly combed through. You'll notice there's not a single spot of drywall. Every light fixture that hangs in the house was done meticulously with laser point precision, and I mean that in all seriousness. Lasers were literally sitting on the ground, aimed up at the ceiling in order to make sure that everything was aligned perfectly. So I think it's that craftsmanship that we typically look for that don't often see, that exists in spades here, and that's what makes it so special.
Yikes.
We're gonna start.
All right, all right. Before we, once again, the mansion of architecture. Jeez, I hope the volume. Hope you guys can hear. Pretty like it. I don't like it. Once again, it's on a cliff. Can this really survive an earthquake? Really? Really? I don't care about the decoration. All of a sudden, his fault will the tectonic plates will lift up, and all of a sudden, this little mansion will go up in smoke. Yes.
Our tour on the exterior. Gate opens up to the driveway. We have stone floors with a pebble rock finish in between, more of the darker tones, water feature on the left. Property is nicely hedged from the street level, and on my right hand side we have the 1-car garage and the 2-car garage. This garage door right here opens up to something extremely unique that we're gonna see later in the tour. And now let's talk about the exterior architecture of this amazing estate. More of the darker tones, stone clad throughout. I love this metal grid detail that they have on the second floor, giving some privacy. And we have the overhang details, walls of glass, gas lanterns, which looks super contemporary and chic. Coming here, we have the steps taking you down to the front door. Another water feature. This is your incredible spiral staircase, walls of glass. And as you come in here,
area looks really exquisite.
You can see you have a glass pivot door, fingerprint scanner, and door opens up and welcomes you into the estate. I mean, look at the views here. It's just incredible. You have the city right in front of you, flow straight to your backyard. This property is amazing. This tour is going to be so much fun. I'm going to start right here. We have these oversized stone floors, which look stunning. They have it throughout this level in various patterns. They are not marble, but they have marble in them, and they just look incredible. We're going to see them throughout. Coming.
I really like that floor. No, it's not completely marble. I almost see a person's reflection through it too.
Here we have the staircase going up to the second floor as well as the lower level. And
yikes. Like I said earlier, these mega mansions, they always have a lot of windows. Come on. Where's the privacy at?
These doors actually open up to a coat closet, and this one right here is your elevator access. Mikey, can we get a close-up on this door? Look at this. With the emblem of the house, suede finish, handles, furniture in this house is incredible, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. Now coming here, we have the bar on our right-hand side, gorgeous stone fabrication, bar seating, custom furniture, and I love this open shelving design that they have on the back. Those are actually solid pieces of metal. So they each weigh about 200 to 250 pounds. They're bolted to the countertops, and it looks incredible. You have Makassar wood panels going all the way to the ceiling. We have double height ceilings here, 23 foot, and right across, we have the formal living room area. I mean, this room is just incredible. Custom furniture throughout.
Anyone who has outdoor furniture, well, what do you do when all of a sudden it starts raining? Outdoor furniture, waterproof or something? Or do you quickly try to drag it all inside? I don't know what I do. I had outdoor furniture. All of a sudden it started raining. Oh well.
In fact, all the furniture in this house was specifically made for this house by a company called La Contessina. They have spent over $3.5 million just in the furniture alone. And it looks incredible with the stitching, belts, details. You have this gorgeous marble coffee table right in the center. And the focal point of this room is this 23-foot double-sided linear gas fireplace, and the entire assembly here is clad with 41 slabs of Nero Marquino marble, and more importantly, they have this really unique pattern which you can see throughout the entire surface. It took them 9 months to shave, carve, customize, and install this entire assembly.
That does look pretty nice.
Crazy. It's like this lattice-like pattern.
Yep.
I'm kind of, did they stack the stone and then carve it to look like this?
I don't know the exact procedure, but these are all basically hand carved and polished.
Yeah, it looks insane.
It is incredible,
Nice.
and this linear fireplace is double-sided because right behind this wall we have
The point of the fireplace. I mean, you're in one of the hottest states of America, California.
the family room that we're going to check out in a bit. Now, coming back here, we have motorized Fleetwood doors pocketing into the walls, opening up this entire space to your backyard and your views. I mean, it is phenomenal. Again, you have the city in front of you, canyon views, and we're going to cover this backyard in a bit. And on this episode, we're actually doing something a little bit different. We're touring this floor during the day, and we're going to tour the remaining 2 floors at night. That way you guys can truly see this property both during the day and at night. Now, coming here right next to a formal living room, we have the formal dining room area. It's another elegant, opulent room. We have a stone table with brass legs that sits 14 people, crystal chandelier above with cove lighting. Everything looks gorgeous. In fact, can we get a close-up, Mikey? Look at the chair here. You have suede backs, velvet inside, brass legs with the stitching. I mean, it is truly custom. I mean, isn't this furniture incredible?
Yeah,
Made in a
it's really
third
nice.
world
I feel
sweatshop.
We've toured, I guess it's weird to say, but we've toured homes all over around the world now. The only homes we've seen with truly custom furniture like this have been in France, like Palais, 140 million euro estate.
Correct. And speaking of France, actually, the name of this estate, they call it Le Fin, which means the end in French, because once you own a property like this, this is the end. You cannot top this off. In fact, they have the emblem of the house on the carpets, on the brass details throughout, which is just stunning. I mean, the attention to detail in this house is something else. Now, we have this opening taking us to the kitchen and the family room. I'm gonna start our tour here with the seating area, gorgeous furniture facing the TV. This is the other side of the linear fireplace. We have the same marble pattern also here. Just an elegant space that flows straight to your backyard.
That TV is.
We have the sliding glass. What's up, everybody? It's Ennis here, and welcome to another episode.
Damn it. Sorry, guys.
Clad walls that's been branding. I mean, look at these.
Oh.
Cabinetry, same rose. A lot too.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the doors here. Look at the rose gold built in. Now, we have this opening taking us to the kitchen and the family room. I'm going to start our tour here with the seating area, gorgeous furniture facing the TV. This is the other side of the linear fireplace. We have the same marble pattern also here. just an elegant space that flows straight to your backyard. We have the sliding glass doors stacking on each side, opening up the corner to really expand your views. And I mean, look at this. Downtown Los Angeles right there, canyon views, mountains on the back, city of LA. Your backyard is around the corner. This is incredible. They have the same stone floors also here with the chevron pattern. And coming back in, right
nice
across
floors.
from your seating area, we have the kitchen.
Look how huge
It's
that
built
TV
by
is.
Arclinia, and I just love the rose gold finish that they have on the island here, as well as these open shelving designs, marble countertops, induction cooktop, second induction cooktop here. You have your porch
awesome.
seating, and turning back, we have the base cabinets or the wall cabinets with your microwave, oven. This is super cool.
Okay. I appreciate the counter and the wooden cupboards and fridge. But still. Alright, I may like certain parts of this, but California. No. Modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. So no. Even if I was rich, I still wouldn't live. I don't even want this as a summer house. No.
Your coffee bar.
Ooh.
Right there.
That's clean.
Super clean. This kitchen, Mikey, without the appliances, cost $450,000. Insane.
And
Just
there's really nice appliances. I'm sure they cost
a lot too.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the doors here. Look at the rose gold built-in handles. It is so stunning. The fit and finish. It goes all the way to the ceiling. And coming back here, we have, let's see, dishwasher on this side. Something about this rose gold finish. We don't see this quite often. It just looks so sleek and so elegant.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, coming back here, we actually have a pocket door that tucks into the wall, opens up to your dining room area, so there's an easy access from your kitchen. And
I do most of these sliding doors. Like, door hinges really that what or door hinges really poor or low value to the upper class or something? Peace.
these are the famous Arclinia glass doors that opens up to the side. I mean, the cabinetry is just so gorgeous. We have more base cabinets here with the built-in handles. I believe this is a small dishwasher. There you go. Another sink. Marble countertops with marble backsplash. More of these glass doors. This is your wine cellar. And turning this way, we have the extension of the island. Countertops here are infused oak, and you can have it high like this, or you can lower it down. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
And have it as like a dining setup. Isn't this incredible?
That's really cool.
Just gorgeous. The details in this house is just mind-boggling. All right, coming here, we have an informal dining area right next to your kitchen. Gorgeous stone table right in the center with the built-in lazy Susan. I mean, look at all these brass details with the banding, inlay, these chairs with the stitching and accessories. And Mikey, can we get a close-up? Look underneath the table with the details and stitching. I mean, it's just incredible. You got a gorgeous chandelier above. I feel like I'm out of words. I'm kind of speechless. This house is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, I'll admit, mansion is very nice, but it still ain't worth it. Nope, not one bit. I continue. And jeez. After this, we'll look through one more video. Right, guys? Henderson, Nevada. For that, I know where Nevada is. I haven't been there, but let's see. Inside a 25 Las Vegas modern mega. Inside a 25 million futuristic Las Vegas modern mega mansion. If I had the money, I moved to Las Vegas. I don't know. Rather not. I know how crime ridden it is. Plus prostitution is legal there too. Obviously, there's human trafficking. So, not worth it. I wouldn't want to live in Nevada. No thanks.
What's up, everybody? It's Enes here. Welcome to another episode.
Hey,
This
Enes.
week we're in Henderson, Nevada, looking at the breathtaking views of Las Vegas and about to tour this stunning modern estate. This home was designed and built by Blue Heron, and it was recently sold for a record-breaking price of $25 million, which makes this home the most expensive property ever sold in the history of Southern Nevada. Now, the house itself is phenomenal, striking contemporary architecture, walls of glass opening towards the
Again. Well, at least this mansion is a cliff. But right in the middle of a desert. I don't know how I feel living in the desert. I can handle hot temperatures. Not to change the subject, but I don't want to visit Las Vegas. Don't even want to gamble. Looks so pretty, you know?
amazing views, exquisite finishes. We got a really special episode ahead of us. Now, specs of this home. It's currently designed as a 3-bedroom that can be up to 5 bedrooms if needed, 9 bathrooms, 15,000 square feet of interior space, built on a 1.26 acre lot. And as always, we will leave more information about the property and the property link down in the description of this video. Now, although this home has been sold, it currently serves as a show home for Blue Heron, and for that, I really want to thank them for getting us in here, allowing us to tour their amazing development and share it with all of you. And now, let's begin our tour.
Fire just appeared out of nowhere. Oh. Aw, man.
This drought-tolerant rock design.
Oh, and it has a nice view too of Las Vegas. Cool. Ah, sweet. Okay. I changed my mind. I wouldn't mind living here. I had the money. Ah, jeez.
The house is located in the exclusive gated community of McDonald Highlands. From the exterior, we can see the beautiful modern lines of this home. Exterior is clad with smooth stucco, complemented with this.
Alright guys, say it with me. I hate modern architecture. Yeah. Looks similar to the one in LA. I mean, this jagged edges and what. But this is not on a cliff. I guess I'll make this one. Kinda like it.
Meta quartzite cladding that we're going to see throughout both interiors and the exteriors of this home. Minimalist lines. Front is nicely landscaped with this drought-tolerant rock design, and I love how they use a lot of plants and trees that are native to Nevada's landscape. Right in the center of this home, we have this section that is a little bit more taller than the rest of the house. That's where we have the staircase and the sky lounge of this home. It's the 3rd floor where you get incredible views, and we're gonna see that later in the video. Also, that section has this awesome butterfly roof design.
Okay, since this is technically a desert, I just hope there aren't any snakes that wandered in. That'd be scary. I hate reptiles.
That we're going to talk about later in the video. Now, on my left-hand side, we have the driveway taking us to the motor court of this home. And focusing this side, we have this covered entry with a steel panel roof that takes you to the courtyard and the walkway of this property. Gorgeous pivot door, steel framed, and I really like the mirror details that they have throughout. As we go in, walkway continues. Same meta courtside that we saw on the exterior of the home. It's pretty much brought throughout the property. On my right-hand side, we have beautiful planters with a court.
And here you can stub your toe on a cacti. Get needles poked in too.
Corten still giving it that rustic look. And as we continue, Corten style steel panels are throughout. That's actually the garage of this home, currently being used as the office space for Blue Heron, and I'm going to explain that more later in the video. And we have this reflection pool kind of setting the tone as you walk into the property. It's a beautiful detail that says that tranquil vibe. And I love, even with the pool, how they tie in these rustic steel panel details by cladding the exterior of the pool, as well as
nice
these
pool.
grid details that we see on my right-hand side. Following this hallway, we can see that substantial center section of this property right here. Beautiful steel details. Same meta courtside is also here. And that pool that we saw overflows to this section here and continues into the other reflection pool, which is amazing. Now, we have this walkway here, and before we go into the main home, I want to take everybody here, and this is where we have the casita. I said casita because this is a detached structure right next to the home, currently staged as an office. I love this space because we have walls of glass bringing a ton of natural light to the interiors. We have a desk set up here, and just like that exterior walkway, they brought some of the planter details into this space as well, but rather than going with that rusted Corten steel look, they went with the blackened design, which looks a little bit more sleek and kind of cleaner. Another detail I really like here, they left all the columns and the steel beams that pretty much frames this structure all exposed, giving it that industrial look. And we have these sliding glass doors opening up.
Who would put cacti right indoors? And where people can their footing. Jeez. Talk about talk about smooth brain tier design.
To the patio space for the office. I love how they landscape this entire space with native materials and plants from Nevada. Overall, it's just a nice touch, and it's nice that office has a patio space like this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Mikey, let's pen up to the ceiling for a second. You can see the stucco detail on the exterior pretty much going into the interiors as well, so you have that seamless transition, recessed lights on the ceiling, and wrapping around, we have some built-ins on this side, and this frosted glass door opens up to the half bathroom for the office. We have a gorgeous fabricated sink design with a hidden drain, chrome fixtures, medicine cabinet, and the same metacore side is actually wrapped on this side as well.
I don't know why, but the wall. Jeez. Okay, there's windows on top, and anyone can just hop over that bathroom wall. It gives a sense of incomplete, like this place is incomplete, even though it's not. But that's just my opinion. No, I just find it weird. Kind of like when you see those partitions between the toilets. Well, restroom. Ah, jeez, I'm so weird. Watch more of this. Here's one video before I end it. Let's see. Alright folks, this is our last video. Oh boy.
Do Rhode Islanders know 100 ways?
There it is. Pretty much a tour of Rhode Island. My Rhode Island? I chose to stay at random. Really. If you want to see apartment tour and more train videos, then subscribe and like this stream. And even leave a comment. Or like or dislike, guys. Okay? Before we begin, I'll be back in a
Ways cook a clam? Does Rhode Island have the worst potholes in the country?
Oh, it looks so nice.
All roadies have an inferiority complex? We'll answer those questions and more. So grab your coffee milk and or your Dells. We're going to unbox the state of Rhode Island.
Alright, it looks cool.
Wow, look at the beautiful sandy beaches and the crystal clear
right?
water. Who wouldn't want to live here? This looks so peaceful and comforting. That's not Rhode Island. This is Rhode Island, a much less warm and comforting place. It's located in New England. And in case you didn't know, it's not even an island.
Looks much better than New York City. It looks much better than Detroit, Michigan. Jeez.
Although, as we'll see later, it does have islands within its borders. A place with funny accents and towns with hard-to-say names, Rhode Island has a lot going on within its teeny little borders. And a lot of people don't even know where Rhode Island is.
Like a nice suburban American town. I love it. Love it. Oh man, I visit here. It's so cool.
Has a lot going on within its teeny little borders. And a lot of people don't even know where Rhode Island is. See it? How about now? See it? See it? This is the smallest state in the country. It's only 1,200 square miles. It's 48 miles tall and
I like the fact that Rhode Island is barely noticeable, you know? I mean, imagine if Rhode Island was prominent as LA or New York City, and it'd be overcrowded and so many annoying people would be there too. So yeah, I like it. I do. I appreciate it.
only 38 miles wide. It's about the same size as Yosemite National Park. In fact, the city of Anchorage, Alaska is bigger than the whole state of Rhode Island, and you could fit 552 Rhode Islands inside of Alaska. You can drive across this whole state in about 40 minutes. For many Americans, it takes 40 minutes just to get to the highway on their way to work in the morning. But to get a complete understanding of Little Rhodey, you have to look at this entire state from a higher level and then learn about each region's various differences. This is Rhode Island.
Right.
The first thing you'll notice is it's small, but no matter where you want to live, whether it's along the ocean or in a big city or way out in the woods, you can find it here. I mean, there's only 39 cities and towns in this whole state. We'll begin up here in the northwest corner of the state. Over here along the border with Massachusetts and Connecticut, it's mostly farms and trees. Rhode Island grows apples and sweet corn and produces a lot of milk. But not too far away from that, and you have Woonsocket up here along the Massachusetts border. It's a crummy community that some would refer to as a ghetto.
How the hell is there a ghetto right next to the farming area? That's so jarring to me. Yo, so we about to tip these cows, nigga.
Ghetto. This is a former mill town that's seen better days, but it's still the headquarters for CVS.
Oh,
that's a big
really?
deal. And at least they have egg roll and jazz. It's a Rhode Island thing. And oh, it's so good. Further east in this corner of the state up here are more old mill towns, along with nicer neighborhoods where people commute into Boston or flee Boston for a quieter life. A little bit south there is Pawtucket, which is a straight ghetto. While Providence managed to get its crap figured out, Pawtucket never had a mayor to lead the way to revitalization. To make things worse, their baseball team, the Pawtucket Red Sox, recently moved to an
If Pawtucket is a ghetto, then why does it look so nice? Damn. Damn.
Even crummier place, Worcester, Mass, after the 2020 season ended. That's like getting dumped for somebody on welfare. Like Woonsocket, Pawtucket's a former mill town that's seen better days. But Hasbro's headquartered here. Everybody loves Hasbro.
Oh, I see.
There's no one else like you around. My Little Pony Flutter Ponies.
In Lincoln, just a few miles outside of Pawtucket, is the Twin River Casino. Lots of roadies go there to lose their money, because God forbid they have to travel all the way to Foxwoods. And then we have the Providence metro area. There's 180,000 people here. About 1 in 6 Rhode Islanders live in this city alone. Now in the 70s, Providence was a dump. But then Buddy Cianci finally figured it out. And Providence got really great in the
Oh, just like Times Square. For anyone who doesn't know, during the 60s, about the early 90s, Times Square was a DJ place. I mean, strip clubs, prostitutes. You can watch porn in movie theaters. Then in the early 1990s, Mayor Rudy Giuliani managed to clean it up, turn it into the family tourist center today, right?
the 90s. It was a great place to live. And now, over the last decade, it's gone downhill quite a bit again, especially crime-wise. It's not as bad as it was in the 70s, though. This is the beating heart of Rhode Island. There's a lot to do here, and there's historic architecture and even cobblestone streets. There's a thing they do called water fire, where they light the water on fire.
Oh,
Their
how
statues
pretty.
are on fire. People
See
come
that?
from all over to watch it. Jobs-wise, this is where most people make their money. 3, 4
Oh, I want to visit Rhode Island. I want to visit Providence.
Fortune 500 companies and the very prestigious Brown University are all here. Oh yeah, and there's the Big Blue Bug. South of town is a big blue bug on top of the old New England Pest Control building. It's 58 feet long. Sometimes they dress it up. His name is Nibbles Woodaway. People love him.
New England Pest Control, the home of the Big Blue Bug.
Providence is the most diverse part of Rhode Island, and as such, it's not as roady here, meaning the people who live here don't follow as many of the traditions as many people in other parts of the state. Home to many transplants, that also means people here are a lot nicer than folks in the rest of the state, too. At least, that's the word on the street. However, the Providence suburbs might be the roadiest of all roadies. The south side of Providence is poor and dangerous. The east side is much wealthier. There are also a lot of Portuguese who settled in East Providence. In fact, 41% of the people in East Providence are Portuguese, or at least claim to be. I don't know why they'd lie about that. I mean, it's Portugal. It's not fancy or anything.
How
Now, over
weird.
here in Johnston and Cranston are the Italians. According to census numbers, nearly half the people located on the Johnston-Cranston border are Italian.
Mamma
and
mia.
at 20%, Rhode Island has more Italians than any other state in the country. And 18% of the state claims to be Irish, too. So on St. Patrick's Day, the Irish get drunk, and then 2 days later, the Italians eat too much zeppelis and soupy on St. Joseph's Day. That's another Catholic holiday. 42% of the state identifies as Catholic. This part of the state's fairly rural and understandably Republican. There are also tracts of forests and, of course, rednecks. Every state has rednecks.
Ag country? Oh, base.
As you get closer to the coast, you'll find, again, more Italians down in Westerly, and then along the coast are charming beach towns. Watch Hill is where Taylor Swift has a mansion. Squamicook's a great beach community. People from Connecticut go there and litter every summer. It's also where Rhode Islanders go if they don't want to make the trek to Narragansett or Scarborough. Narragansett is a gem along the coast that also gets too many tourists in.
How do I pronounce it? Narragansett. Can I say that 5 times? Narragansett, 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 Narragansett. There.
The summer. Rhode Island has 384 miles of coastline, which is the reason they call it the Ocean State. The water along Rhode Island's beaches is cold, and this area gets hit by nor'easters, which are wicked hurricane-like things that wreck shit. For the most part, Rhode Island is the mildest of all New England states. Winters aren't extremely brutal. Summers can be hot and humid in the peak months. The University of Rhode Island is here, and then south of Providence is a mix of farms and nice communities with people who shop at Trader Joe's. The eastern shore is very affluent and quaint. Places like Bristol and Warren and Barrington are very nice, along with the communities of Tiverton and Little Compton. There's a lot of sailing and boating and water sporting over here. Folks here are far wealthier than in other parts of the state. They are also the least likely to be traditional roadie, meaning they are more insulated and less likely to mingle with general roadies. Does that make them snobs? Ask them that. Jamestown is also home to rich people on Conanican Island. If you want to live on an island in Rhode Island, go to Jamestown. It's much more affordable. It's a small community. They go to magnet schools, and there's basically no poverty. And finally, we have Newport. This may be one of the last places in the state that many Rhode Islanders can afford. There's a bunch of historic mansions.
I like to visit Newport.
In an area called the Breakers, and there's a super amazing waterfront marina with a charming boardwalk. This is where much of the old money is. They have a bunch of festivals here, and they make awesome fudge. But the locals will tell you that the tourists are everywhere, and the best beaches are over the bridge in Narragansett. However, Newport isn't just a rich enclave. In fact, it actually has the 10th highest number of people below the poverty level. This island, which also includes Portsmouth and Middletown, is where the name Rhode Island came from a long time ago when they first named this area. The rest of the state was called the Providence Plantations. So, the original state name was Rhode Island and the Providence Plantations.
Oh,
and don't forget about Block Island, on which there are cute little towns filled with boutiques, restaurants, and art galleries.
Sail away on the Block Island Ferry, take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Block Island awaits you, just leave your troubles behind.
Sail away on the Block Island Ferry, take a trip back to carefree times.
I visit Block Island? Right, sir.
Oh wait, we didn't mention Scituate, Quannaquantag, or Weekapaug. The state has a lot of goofy names for its towns, actually. Why? Native American.
I don't think I can pronounce it. TP names.
What's this? What's this? It's the jacket.
The jacket?
The jacket. I took off Rocco DeMeo.
They're giving you cue, Peter.
Who the hell's idea was it to make this suit out of foam rubber?
It's such an honor to play the magic clam. Aren't you proud of your dad, kids?
The inhabitants of Rhode Island are a cross between The Sopranos and Family Guy. They're very complex, reserved but also friendly, grumpy and cranky but humble, simple and practical and the last to follow trends, laid back but also insecure. A poll indicated that roadies have the least state pride of all. It might not be just because they don't love their state, but instead perhaps could be due to the state's inferiority complex.
How can people hate their state? It's so nice and peaceful here.
Just quick Google turns up a lot of people who say they love Rhode Island, but also many people who say it's the worst state of all. Aw, that's not nice. So what gives? Let's ask Matt Cariolo, a Rhode Island expert.
I would definitely say don't believe the people who tell you that Rhode Islanders are in 50th place for state pride, because it is just a big fat lie. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, I know that when I became a full-time Rhode Islander, I was excited. I was really excited to become a full-time Rhode Islander because the place just has so much culture to it, you know? Sophisticated culture, not sophisticated culture, whatever, you know, you put it all together, it's just a fascinating place to be and to experience being in. So, I mean,
Yeah, roadies just appreciate they live in a nice, quiet state that's very peaceful. From the looks of it, not much diversity. It's a good thing. A very good thing.
I know I'm proud to be a Rhode Islander, and I think a lot of Rhode Islanders are very proud to be Rhode Islanders. Maybe some people are big-time detractors, but there are an awful lot of people, I would say, who would balance that out, who are really big fans of the state, and rightfully so. It's a great state.
The state's tiny, so it's not surprising that in the nation's smallest state, everybody knows each other's business. When everybody's mother knows everybody's brother who knows your grandma, there's no such thing as under the radar here, pal. But are people here unfriendly or just aloof? Or are they pessimistic? Or Or is it Rhode Islanders' natural self-defense mechanism? Maybe a little of all of them. But there are 4 things that all Rhode Islanders can agree
Ooh, pretty.
on. They're terrible drivers, the roads are horrible, the taxes and corruption are historically deplorable, and the food is great. Rhode Island drivers rank as the 5th worst in the country. Why?
Oh,
Well, they're
yikes.
aggressive, for starters. If you're not going over 15 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're going to get tailgated, or flipped off, or both. Nobody uses a blinker. It's jam-packed, and in the tourist season, roads can get pretty busy. And it's not like people have very far to go. Come on, this place is tiny. Is Rhode Island poorly managed? Well, if you look at the roads, you'd think it was.
Oh,
One insurance
boy.
company says Rhode Island has the worst roads in the entire country. Now, why would this be? Mismanagement by the Rhode Island Department of Transportation. I mean, they spend $165,000 per year per mile on these roads and bridges. Many people have a hard time understanding where all that money goes. One solution to fix them has been to charge the big rigs passing through. Rhode Island also has very high taxes. In fact, this little state has the 8th worst taxes overall in the country,
That
including
sucks.
the 8th highest property taxes and the 2nd highest car registration costs. So you'd think the roads would be well maintained. The government corruption here doesn't help. It's said that if you want to get something done around here, you have to hand over your request in a number 10 envelope. We mentioned Buddy Cianci earlier. He spent 4.5 years in jail for felonies. The state of Rhode Island has budget
That guy kind of looks like JFK, or whatever.
deficits and liberal spending, especially on the safety net that's required to keep the folks in Providence fed. Culture-wise, it would be hard to find a state where the food and tradition run so deep. Perhaps that's because it's such a small, close-knit community. It's like the culture exists in a little bubble here. Rhode Islanders love to eat, especially at restaurants. And they
Ew.
have a truly unique cuisine as part of their heritage. They love their coffee milk, which is kind of like a chocolate milk, but they use coffee syrup. They also love their Dell's lemonade, which is kind of a homemade slush with lemon zest and seeds if you get it at the right place. Food-wise,
Okay.
it's a lot of lobster rolls and hot wienas and pizza strips. They love their donuts in Rhode Island, too.
I want to visit their restaurants. I want to try their seafood and their donuts.
The Providence metropolitan area has the most donut shops per capita than any other place in the U.S. There's actually more Dunkin' Donuts here per capita than in any other state, too. Rhode Island also has its own chain of donut shops called Best Eatin', which expanded into neighboring states many years ago and then went out of business and then came back into business and now is sadly only found mostly in South County. But there's nothing that compares to the clams here. They've got bigger and sweeter quahogs, razor clams, and cherry stone clams than anywhere else. Clam strips, clam bellies, clam cakes, stuffies, and steamers. But it's
Oh.
the chowder that they're proud of the most. The way they make their chowder is different than most other places. One type uses a clear clam broth, and some other people use a chicken broth. There's a milky cream-based chowder, and there's a tomato-based chowder, too.
This stuff looks gross. Isn't there a Long John Silver's anywhere in town?
Long John Silver's? What the? This is homemade seafood, sourced locally and made with care and tradition, Karen. Not that Chinese crap shipped from overseas.
Mom, isn't there a Red Lobster?
Shut up, kid. Here's Adele's.
Yum, thanks.
Hey, Mappy, here's a bunch of money. Go take the kids quahogging and then pop for a round of cabinets, would you?
Thanks, Nick. You're the best.
I know I am. There's a dictionary on Rhode Island that Matt owns, and he read an excerpt about the specifics of the Rhode Island chowder.
My grandfather Elmer still makes the best chowder in the state. Every August, he goes down cellar and stirs up 20 gallons. Clams, clam juice, onions, potatoes, and salt pork.
And of course, Matt reads that off in the perfect Rhode Island accent because Rhode Islanders talk so roady.
Another funny thing about Rhode Islanders is oftentimes they'll refer to places that aren't really there anymore. So
I gotta admit, that guy kind of has a nasally tone to his voice. A little bit small hatty, if you know.
So they might say, like, I found this great new shop. It's right next to where the taco maker used to be. Or
Yeah.
if somebody is asking for directions, they'll say, oh yeah, you go down and make a right where Almax used to be. And then if you get to where Benny's used to be, then you've gone too far. And Almax and Benny's are both defunct companies that were in Rhode Island. So anyone who isn't from there is going to be clueless as to what the heck they're talking about. But again, it's just embracing the past and embracing that community. It's a very tight-knit sort of community.
There's a few other things about Rhode Island that Matt talked about too. Here's one.
They give you a sampling of the Rhode Island accent. There are R's that disappear from the ends of words and reappear at the ends of other words. So a great example of this is the name Tina Turner. A Rhode Islander will pronounce this Tina Turner. And whereas someone from somewhere like, say, Boston or Maine or something might, pronounce something ending with the letters ERS as Oz, a Rhode Islander would pronounce it more as sort of is. So it's like computers would be pronounced as computus, or followers would be pronounced as followers. So it's kind of distinctly different. People have said that it's a little like a cross between a Brooklyn accent and a Boston accent, which makes sense geographically. So it's its own unique thing.
Rhode Island, the land of lobsters and mobsters. A tight-knit group which keeps its stereotypes and history alive and well.
Oh,
They're
really?
a fiercely independent bunch, full of cronyism, myopic government spending, great beaches, and some of the best food in the East Coast. It's a small state with a big identity, a place where future poor leadership may cause this state's stability to erode. But hopefully not. Hopefully they can hang on to their traditions and their customs and their quirks, because that's what makes it such a special place. Well, that's pretty much Rhode Island in a neat little summary, and we didn't even have time to talk about everything, like how funeral processions are a big deal, or how everybody loves cellos and Greg's and Uncle Tony's pizza and pasta and Walt's roast beef, but we have to go. Grandma just got here with her quahog chowder, and if I don't get to the kitchen soon, it's gonna be gone.
Wow, Rhode Island looks so pretty. Okay, folks, that's the end of the stream. So, thank you for visiting. Even though I'm the only person here, I hope more people will be able to see the stream. Be able to see the kind of person I am. Moonliightchan, and our main channel is artists. We also have a gaming channel, like gaming. All three of our channels are in the description below. So you give us a like, subscribe, or a comment, or even a dislike. Don't worry, we can handle criticism. If you want to see our artwork, all of our media and stores will be located in on my links page, our iLinks page, and our flow page, which is also in the description too. Mooney, thank you for watching the stream. See you on the other side of the moon. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Alright. So, bye guys. Bye.